back in the basement for the New York Knicks versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Can we please get a win tonight, please? It's been a rough week. Rough week between the Rangers and the Knicks. All losses all week. Can we please snap this? It's getting a little irritating. I watched the Rangers lose, the Knicks lose again. Even my soccer team, Arsenal, lost. So come on. What's the common denominator here? Me, maybe. Maybe it's me. We got to switch this up. The Milwaukee Bucks are off to a terrible start. They're 2-6. We're 3-4. It's not looking very good right now on both for both teams. Milwaukee won yesterday. Let's just not let them start getting hot right now. At least not against us, please. Please, can we just get a win out now, please? So that's where we're at the moment. Checking one thing here, guys. I'm still setting up as we're talking. It's amazing because they don't even have any injuries, Milwaukee. They don't even have any injuries, and they've been losing. Not that I know of. Not that any of their big men, they don't. So regardless of the fact, the Knicks are sitting at 3-4 right now in sixth place in the East, and Milwaukee is 2-6. I mean, like the 76ers are 1-6, but they have a ton of injuries. I think Embiid is still out. Paul George is out. Now Tyrese Maxey just got hurt. They got at least some excuses why they've got some injuries, some bad record going on. But Milwaukee, I don't get it. But I don't want them to start turning it around now. How about we turn it around? How about we have on our offense? We've been doing really good. We've been doing pretty good on offense. But our defense is atrocious, absolutely atrocious. Our defense is unacceptable right now. It's absolutely unacceptable. Anyway, Gunner, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Gunner and Basement Bouncer in the basement. What's up, Gunner? Go Knicks. Let's do it. Paul, another Cellar Dweller, and first Ozzy in the basement. Paul's here. What's up, Paul? Manab, Bruin, OG Cellar Dwellers accounted for, and Bruin wraps up our basement bouncers, rounds them out. Sorry you had to watch that massacre last night. That was awful. That was one of the worst Ranger games I've seen. Gunner, that was terrible. That might have been the worst I've ever seen Igor look. That was really bad. That was really bad. That was the worst Ranger game I've seen in a long time. The game was absolutely awful. Great for you guys as Sabre fans. I mean, the team was on point the whole time. Should have known with 26 seconds into the game, Igor gives up a goal, and he's looking right at Dallin like I'm looking at this screen. Looking right at him. He didn't get tricked. I don't get it. I think tomorrow night when they play the Red Wings, Igor's been playing a lot of games in a row, man. Let Jonathan Quick play tomorrow. I bet you Jonathan Quick starts tomorrow night. Give Igor a break. We all have a bad day, man. Everybody gets a bad day. He had a bad day. But when people come in here like that troll saying Igor is no good, that's like, dude, he's having a bad game. Igor's no good is a bit of a stretch. Angus, another Cellar Dweller accounted for. Angus, what's going on, man? Back in the basement. Angus, soccer playoffs this weekend. Got some good playoffs coming up. I want New York versus New York. So I'm going for them tomorrow, and I know LA plays tonight. I can't believe they lost to Vancouver the way they did. First time in a while I can remember Igor getting benched. Yeah, dude, that was bad. That's why I laughed at that troll that came in here talking smack about Igor and Lundqvist. I'm like, what? You're insane. You're insane. Igor's no good. See, look at him. No good. I'm like, yeah, no good today. Even the best of the best have bad days. It happens. So anyway, that was fun. But Gunner, as a Sabres fan, that's got to give you some hope. You smacked around a great team yesterday. They smacked them around. It's got to make you feel great, Gunner. As a Sabres fan, that's got to make you feel amazing. And it's also got to make you feel like, where has this been? I mean, it's still early in the season, but you know what I'm saying. Imagine waiting until it's like 0-5 to talk crap. Like, yeah, really, wait, come in here 5-0 and then say Jonathan Quick's better than Lundqvist and Igor. Well, Jonathan Quick, yes, he's better. His career is better than Igor at the time. Yes, better than Lundqvist? No, and just because he beat him. And I love Jonathan Quick. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a two-time champion. He's one of the greatest goalies. He has the most wins as a U.S.-born goalie. So I'm not knocking Jonathan Quick at all. But that guy comes in, we know guys in here. The trolls out stroll in 5-0. Now I'm going to talk crap. And if you have the hardware, you're better than the player that doesn't. So obviously we would all take Nick Foles over like Josh Allen, right? Because Nick Foles has a ring and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, they don't have rings. So obviously you would take Foles if we want to talk modern day, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. Be here at the beginning of the game. At least we respect you more. If you're here at the beginning of the game and talk crap and say, hey, we're going to light Igor up tonight, and then you do, then it's a little bit easier to talk. Don't talk when it's 5-0. Right, Bruin? You nailed it, Bruin. You nailed it. Gunnar, goalies they have bad games. A couple years ago, our goalie Comrie let in 10. Oh, he let in all 10 or the team let in 10? Who was the coach to let him hang out to dry for 10 goals? Who was the coach that did that, Gunnar? Was that the guy they just fired? It's right on the tip of my tongue, man. Was that him? How could you leave a goalie in there? I mean, don't you think around like maybe 5 or 6, maybe it's not his day? Wow, he let him let in 10? Seth, another cellar dweller accounted for. Please. Yes, Seth, please. It's been a bad week for me, man. Knicks lost. Tampa Bay lost. I knew there was another team in there. Then the Knicks lost again. Then Arsenal lost. Then the Rangers lost. Can we please get a win? Can I please see a win today, please? The Rangers didn't just lose. They got their doors blown off. Manav, Ravens got lucky last night. As long as they won, Manav, I'm happy. Because as long as the Bengals lost, I'm good with that. Ovechkin is 33 goals away from the record. He's going to get it. And you know what? People say, oh, he's hanging around. Ovechkin is not hanging around. He's not hanging around. He's not hanging around. LeBron's not hanging around. I mean, Tom Brady, when he's still playing the game, wasn't hanging around. I mean, that's like these guys. I hate them or whatever. These guys are not hanging around. They're still putting up elite numbers. So here we go. The Knicks starting 5. The usual: Brunson, Bridges, Hart, Anunoby, and Towns. Lillard, Jackson, Tehran, Prince, Giannis, and Brook Lopez, who feels like he's been in the league 500 years, right? It's amazing that the Bucks are 2-6 with that lineup. Like I said, the 76ers now they just lost the wall. The Knicks are back home. Let's get this thing going. Let's get this thing rolling. There, look at that. Look at Rocco. He's even ready. He's got the Knicks jersey on, wants his TV time. Come here. Look at that, man. He's all ready. Let's go, New York. Let's go, Knicks. Got the Knicks nice jersey on. Oh, I'm turning them the wrong way. Oh, there it is. The logo. See it? Oh, well, whatever. You guys get the point. Rocco's ready to go. Let's go, Knicks. We got the ball right away. Brunson bringing it up to Bridges. Time. He's sick of all the losses by New York teams this week. So happy to see Dasuk and all. Yeah, and he should be there. Absolutely. Absolutely, he should be there. Giannis has the ball. Bring it up right now. Man, that went down the wrong pipe. Oh, wide open Jackson 3. He missed it. Wide open corner 3. This goes to my point about where is our defense? Where is our defense? Brunson bring it up, still 0-0. Game is underway, guys. Towns has been outstanding, man. He's been amazing. But Towns for 3. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Right off the bat. Let's go. Granado, thank you, Gunnar. It was on the tip of my tongue. How can you leave him in for 10 goals? I mean, that's punishment, man. When a goalie's off, he's off. It's bad when people celebrate having a bad day. There are people like that. Oh, we had one in here yesterday, Angus. Guy came in here after Igor gave up 5 goals and got benched, which is, like Gunnar said, it's unusual to see that. But it happens. Towns for another 3. Bing! 6-2 Knicks. Let's go. That's the way we started off. 2 threes by Towns already. So this troll comes in. Jackson for 3. He hit that one. 6-5 Knicks. And starts talking crap about Igor and how he's no good and how Lundqvist was never good because they don't have rings and on and on and on. And it's just like, dude, what are you talking about? And Quick beat Lundqvist, man up in the Stanley Cup Finals. No, his team beat us. Quick did well in there, but if you look at the numbers from that Stanley Cup, Lundqvist was the better goalie. We just weren't scoring goals. I mean, we lost close games. I think 2 of them went into overtime and 1 to double overtime. So it wasn't like some blowout series. It looks like it on paper. I think we lost in 5, but they had a way better team than we had outside of the goalies. But yeah, we get trolls like that, Angus. We had one in here yesterday saying that if you got rings, you're better than the people that don't have rings. And that's why we said you would take Nick Foles over Josh Allen and Trent Dilfer over Dan Marino and Jim Kelly, right? I mean, obviously, Dilfer has a ring, so if everybody's in their prime, you're not taking Jim Kelly or Dan Marino. You're taking Trent Dilfer because he's got a ring, and Mark Rippon. Those are the guys you're taking. Lillard bringing it up. Knicks are up 8-5 right now. 8-5, just underway. Come on, Knicks, let's get this going. Seth, just like, who cares about the Jets? I don't even care about them anymore. I'm going to do the game Sunday at 4:30 just to mock them. Boom! Oh, Bridges! That was a huge foul. He went up for the jam, and Jackson just mauled him over. Whoa, great. Hold on. Bridges went way up, and Jackson, that might have been a good block. Let me take that back. Looking at the replay, they called that a foul. I think Jackson blocked that all ball. I think he blocked that all ball. Rocco, yep, he's chilling. Rocco's chilling. I hate losing, but they can't win cup or playoffs because we always lose. I'm telling you, man. And we have the teams now, Seth, to win now. We have the teams to win now. There really isn't anything else the Rangers really need. There isn't really anything else the Knicks need. They need to gel better. It's just early in the season. I get that. It's just early in the season, man. I mean, very early. It's not like football where if you're 0-3, it's a problem, or 3-4, it's a problem. It's very early. It's very, very early. I mean, the Rangers are still like 8-3-1. They got blown out yesterday. It was an awful loss, but it happens. It happens. Can you imagine, like, the Chicago White Sox took 2 out of 3 from the Braves during the season? They took 2 out of 3 from them. These things happen. Remember when the Yankees played the White Sox? They lost 12-2. They beat us 12-2 in one of those games in that 3-game series. The opening game, they beat us 12-2, the White Sox. Now, the Sabres are way better than that. I'm just saying games like this happen. Angus, I will scream if I see another thrift book advertisement stealing JB's thunder. I put in there to have it a balanced ad because either they don't show them or they show too many. That's crazy. Thanks, Angus. Mean Green, go New York, go New York, go. Boom, boom, boom. We need a freaking win, Green. We need a win. It's been a rough week, man. Really rough week. Eddie Belfour, Eddie the Eagle Bruin, Eddie the Eagle, great goalie, man. I didn't know he was bald. I haven't seen him lately. I'll take your word for it. I'll be a shinehead by the time I'm 7. I did a baldy once, and I had it for a little while, and then I'm like, why did I do that? And I let it grow back. G'day, Green, Angus, Gunner. It's crazy that rings are only ever brought up during quarterback discussions and no other position. Quarterbacks and goalies. Yep. Quarterbacks and goalies. Goalies don't score. And that's why I bring up Darcy Kemper. Darcy Kemper has a ring. So he's obviously better than Igor also, right? Right now, because right now they're both still playing and Darcy Kemper has a ring and Igor doesn't. Who are you taking? Well, obviously you would take, according to that guy's logic yesterday, you would take Darcy Kemper because he has the ring, right? Because he was the reason the Avs won. No, he was nothing to do with them winning. So that's, I mean, we started asking him questions like that yesterday, Angus, and he disappeared. Oh, they're reviewing to see if this is really a foul. I thought he, not defending the Bucks, but I think he hit all ball. That was actually a really good play. Oh, he kind of grazed Bridges' hand. Kind of grazed his hand. We'll see. Rings is so, you know what? Yeah, the Bucks challenged it. It wasn't a foul. It was all ball. It was a great block. He went up for the dunk, and Jackson jumped right up with him. It was so fast, I could see why the ref would think that was a foul. It was very close, but he never touched his hand. Whatever the case, the Knicks get the ball back anyway because it went out of bounds then. Yeah, the ring thing is kind of with quarterbacks. And, I mean, Dan Marino, my whole point is Jim Kelly and Dan Marino don't have rings. Does that mean that they shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame? There's obviously guys with rings are better. It's dumb because then Robert Horry is outside of Bill Walton. I mean, not Bill Walton. Oh, where's my brain today? Bill Russell. He has 11 rings. There shouldn't be any discussion then, right? Robert Horry has 7 rings, so he's better than Michael Jordan, right? Because he has 7 rings. It's about rings. People say, well, no, you can't. See, then it just gets to be a weird conversation. Oh, Anunoby for 3. Oh, he missed. Good rebound by Towns, though. Kick it out. Kicked it out to Bridges. Fadeaway jumper. 10-5 Knicks. Let's go. Obviously, everywhere Robert Horry goes, you're going to get a ring. And by the way, he wasn't just a bench player. He actually played. But it's weird. Mark Messier has 6 rings inside of 10 years. Wayne Gretzky only has 4. Wayne Gretzky never won without Messier. Messier won 2 rings without Gretzky. He has 6 rings in 10 years. Would I take him over Wayne Gretzky? No way. No way. And Messier is one of the greatest players. Would I take him over Gretzky? Absolutely not. People say, well, that's not really the same. It is the same thing. That's why I don't like the ring conversations. I can bring up arguments for a lot of those things. A lot of them. Where am I here? I got on my pedestal again. I left off on Gunner's comment there. Green, Paul Belmanov. It's 1-0 Leafs. I'm watching the Hall of Fame game right now. Are you? Good for you, Bruin. All right. Angus, so people on Taxi Squad will have their status elevated because they have a ring. That's true. Yes, that's right, Angus. Absolutely. It's crazy. Ring argument for quarterbacks hold more water than cup argument for goalies. I would agree with that, Bruin. The quarterback does control the goalie's the last line of the defense. Darcy Kemper is not a bad goalie. He's an above-average goalie. But it shows that if you have, as I've always said in here, if you have an above-average goalie, you can still win championships. If you have a crappy goalie, you won't, no matter who's on your line. That's why I said the Devils last year weren't that good because they didn't have a good goalie. This year they got Jacob Markstrom, who's a great veteran goalie. He's only 34. Giannis is at the line. Missed the first one. He's not a very good free throw shooter, as everybody knows. What happened here? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I see what they're doing. Forget it. Nothing happened. Giannis made the second. 10-6 Knicks. There you go. Bingo. And you know what, Paul? From me being in a couple years with footy, I know who Gary Ablett Sr. is, right? That's a great example. He never won one. What does that mean? He's no good? Can't be in a conversation? Towns. Oh, he missed it, but good follow-through from Josh Hart. 12-6. OG of OGs, Mr. Marine in the basement. What's up, Mr. Marine? Good to see you. And military veteran, obviously. Oh, another rebound. Knicks get it back. The Bucks missed like 3, not easy layups, but they battled. The Knicks got it back. Towns, straight up 3. Boom, 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 boom. The Knicks are looking good. 15-6, Knicks. Looking good. Karl Anthony Towns has 9 points, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. Giannis on Anunoby. Missed it. He missed it. Good stuff. Brunson bringing it back up. Past midcourt. Kicks it back to Towns. Towns driving the lane. And boom! Brings it home. Bam! 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 Who'd he dunk that on? Who got dunked on there by Towns? Wow. He banged on somebody, and I missed who it was. It wasn't Giannis. Oh, show that replay. Hold on, guys. The Knicks look, I know it's the first quarter. We know how it goes in the NBA. It's all about second half. But hold on. Let me see who he banged on. Oh, he banged on Brook Lopez. Wow, he banged on a guy his height. Boom! Boom! Oh, love it. Love it. He beat Lopez by a step, but he banged on him anyway. We'll take it. Everybody's saying, what's up to Mr. Marine? What's up, Mr. Marine? Bruin, the whippersnapper. That's right. Rangers game was brutal. Oh, that was awful. Like I was telling Gunnar, good for Sabres fans, but, man, that was terrible for us. Terrible. That was the worst. Mr. Marine, I was telling these guys just a few minutes ago, I don't remember the last time I saw the Rangers get their doors blown off like that and Igor get benched in a game. That was bad. But Gunnar, that's why Josh Allen, when he had that bad game against the Ravens and Igor has one bad night, that's when the people that have claimed these guys are overrated all along, they wait for that one game, Gunnar. They wait for that one game. See, Josh Allen got blown out by the Ravens. See, couldn't handle the pressure. He's overrated. Ooh, Igor got blown out in one game. See, he got benched. He's overrated. He's not really that good. It fuels the fire for these guys that know. Boom, another dunk. Anunoby. Knicks up by 10. Gunnar, that's exactly why. They wait for these guys to have a bad game or lose and say, see, they're overrated. Lundqvist, Gunnar. Lundqvist is the greatest goalie without a ring. And I'm not being biased because I'm a Ranger fan. I'm being dead serious. He's the Dan Marino of hockey. Who's the greatest quarterback without a ring? Marino, you could argue Jim Kelly. You could argue Jim Kelly with that. But, really, statistically, it's Dan Marino. And I hate the Dolphins. I don't mind the Bills. I hate the Dolphins. But we're talking about sports, not personal feelings toward teams. Dan Marino statistically is the greatest quarterback without a ring. Jim Kelly's like the 1A. He's the 1A. Henrik Lundqvist is the greatest goalie without a ring. Oh, what happened there? Oh, he traveled. Bruin's the whippersnapper of the basement. Bruin, are you younger than Gunnar? I forget you guys, because you guys know so much about sports. And old-time sports that it's hard to believe that you guys are the age you are. Who is the great? I just read that. Angus, the worst. Hold on, Angus. Where's Raleigh? Raleigh's a big Knicks fan. I haven't seen Raleigh. We've seen him, but not for. Oh, Giannis just blocked Towns. Good block by Giannis. Angus, the worst person in baseball is in the Hall of Fame. Ray Schalke. Oh, I thought you were going to say. Oh, come on. Where's my brain tonight? It's taking me a minute to remember legend. I hate to even call this guy a legend. The dude from the White Sox. Come on. What was his name? Real jackass. Oh, come on. What was his name? You guys know it. Hall of Fame because he got a ring and didn't cheat as a member of the 1990. Right. And the guy that I'm thinking of. Come on. Give it to me. You know who I'm thinking of. One of the biggest jackasses ever. Lundqvist. Yeah, Bruin knows it. It's Lundqvist all day. The best. He's in the top 3 of goalies without a ring. Yep, you can throw Ryan Miller right in that conversation. Absolutely. And again, this is no bias here. It's just the way it is. You look up the numbers, man. Like people that were laughing at me, Lundqvist goes into the Hall of Fame with Mike Vernon and Tom Barrasso. Those guys got rings and Lundqvist doesn't. I said, you know what the difference is? Lundqvist is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Those two guys had to wait a long time to get in. Yeah, but they have rings. Yeah, and they didn't get in right away. Lundqvist doesn't have a ring. He's first ballot Hall of Famer. Wow. Shut that conversation right down. That just proves our point. That proved our point with these haters. Oh, the king, Lundqvist. Yeah, he going in with guys that have rings. He doesn't have one. Yep, but he was first ballot, and they weren't. They had to wait a long time. That's weird, right? Shows you it doesn't matter that they had rings. Brunson driving the lane. Beautiful step back. Pass into Jericho Sims. Boom! Oh, come on, man. Let's go. Boom, 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 boom. Jericho Sims brings the house down and battled a couple times back to get it. Man, I want this kid Sims to step up. He's been on the team 4 years now, man. Let's go. He's got an opportunity. He's got an opportunity to shine, man. That was a great battle back by Sims. Oh, come on. Mr. Marine, how you doing? Paul, Mr. Marine, we had a Remembrance Day here on the 11th. I donated to it like I always do. Thank you for your service. Brunson, step back, fadeaway jumper, hit the front of the rim. McBride in the game. Dumps it to Bridges, back to McBride. Sharp, we're looking sharp. 25-14, 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Bruin you are the youngest. Okay. All right. Bobby Portis missed that. Bruin, I was going to say, Gunnar can't be that much older than you. McBride for three. He was. Oh, look at that good rebound by Jericho Sims. Bridges, corner three. Oh, he missed it. He hardly ever misses corner threes. Roberto Luongo will be second behind. Yeah, Roberto Luongo's another one. And who got rid of Roberto Luongo? The Islanders when he was very young. What a dumb organization. The Islanders are the Jets of hockey. They get rid of star players before they let them be stars. Zdeno Chara and Roberto Luongo for starters. 1 second, guys. One second here. I'm going to read you Lundqvist's records. I'll start with some. Henrik Lundqvist, only goaltender in NHL history to record 30 wins or more in each of his first 7 seasons. He's the first NHL goaltender to start his career with 11 straight 20-win seasons and became overall the 15th NHL goaltender to have won at least 20 games in his season 11 times. Brunson, corner three, missed it. Come on, 25-16 Knicks, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. He has the most shutouts by any goaltender in Madison Square Garden. He has the most wins by a Rangers goaltender, 459. Fastest goalie to record 400 wins in NHL history. Mikal Bridges, bringing it up. Fadeaway jumper, good. 27-16 Knicks. Where did I leave off? He's the fastest goaltender to win 400 in NHL history. He has consecutive Game 7 wins. He has won 6 Game 7s in a row in the playoffs in his career. No one else has ever done that. He has the most combined regular and playoff season saves, the most regular season and playoff saves in history. He has the most saves in a shootout by any goaltender in history. And he's also, ready, this is the last one for now. Brunson was fouled going up. Lundqvist is the first goaltender in NHL history with consecutive 50-plus save wins. Announced during a broadcast in 2018, he had 100 saves on 106 shots in the last 2 games, basically in back-to-back games. He's the first one to ever do that, to have 50-plus saves in back-to-back games. 100 out of 106 shots he saved. Dude was a beast, and only a New York team could waste a goalie like that. I mean, absolutely crazy. His career numbers. I just lost my screen. Hold on, guys. He finished with a 2.30, 2.3 goals against average. That was his career average, 2.3, and a .921 save percentage. But yeah, he sucked. Yeah, he was overrated. He's the reason why we never won. Yeah, it's him. Yeah, they don't call him the king for nothing, but to these clowns like the guy yesterday, like he was making fun I was wearing a Lundqvist jersey. Like, really? It's like that man right back there, Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. People say, oh, yeah, he was overrated too. Patrick Ewing, overrated center. One of the greatest centers of all time. One of the greatest centers of all time. Well, where's his ring? They don't call him the king for nothing. That's right. 2.3 GAA for his career and a .921 save percentage. But yeah, he sucked. Who would want him? So it's kind of funny, but that's why I don't really get down with the ring conversations. Now, if you want to talk individual, then talk tennis and golf. Then you could have some discussions there. Now, I'm a huge Jonathan Quick fan, okay? I like him a lot. I really do. I like Jonathan Quick a lot. I think he's a great goalie. He doesn't have any records. He has 2 rings. But I'm looking right through here for his records. I don't see any records. He has 2 rings, but he doesn't have any records except being the first U.S. He has the most wins by a United States-born goalie. And I'm not ripping on him, but that just, the guy will tell me what's most important while we're talking about who's a better goalie. It's just funny. Gunner, I miss all the cool nicknames players used to have. They just don't have them. They really don't. They really don't. Night Train Lane. When I was growing up, Night Train Lane, Billy White Shoes Johnson. Sweetness, Walter Payton, greatest running back all time. Had all the great names. The Iceman. George Gervin, the Iceman. Oh, man, you had so many great nicknames. It's 29-18 Knicks, 141 left in the first quarter. 141 left in the first quarter. All right. Bruin, nicknames in hockey have gotten really Weapon X, Minister of Defense, Deacon Jones, the Bus. Jerome Bettis, the Bus, yes. So many. Ocho Cinco, even though it was self-proclaimed, Ocho Cinco. Right, even that was all right. 29-21 Knicks, minute 24. We're at the line right now. Come on, man. We need a win. Please, let's get a win here. Let's get a win. The only win I've had in the last week was the New York Red Bulls, which was a huge win. But that's it. Since then, since last Saturday, I haven't seen anything. All right, Knicks up 30-21. Bucks with the ball, and they just lost the ball. All right, let's go Knicks. What is his nickname? I don't know it, Gunner. What is it? Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Towns at the top of the key. Dumps it to Brunson. Brunson back to Towns. Looking to shoot a three. Now he's just driving the lane. Oh, he got fouled, but he missed the shot. Fouled, but he got fouled, so that's good. That's good. TNT. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. I like that. TNT. How about the, even though they were steroid guys, the Bash Brothers and the Splash Brothers? Curry and Thompson. That was a cool name, the Splash Brothers. I like that one. I'm not a fan of the Warriors, but I like Curry, but I like that. Splash Brothers. That was a cool name. The Duncan Dutchman. Rick Smits was the Duncan Dutchman. Yep. Now you got me thinking. Dr. J. Ultimate. Dr. J. The elite. The legend. I remember all the commercials growing up. Dr. J. Yep. Magic Johnson. He was Magic at the point guard. He was. 32-21. Karl Anthony Towns, 4 of 6 from the field. He's got 13 points, and I think he's perfect from beyond the arc. Oh, Giannis with a nice alley-oop there to Giannis. Knicks bringing the ball. Tyler Kolek is in, the rookie. The kid's pretty good. Kid's looking pretty good. Bridges for 3. Missed it. He rushed it. Don't start rushing, guys. Come on. The Knicks are definitely winning this game tonight, unless they don't. That's it. That's the only way they can't win is if they don't. So, Kolek's bringing it up. Dumps it back to Kolek. Bridges back to Kolek. Kolek driving the lane. Dumps it to McBride. McBride back to Kolek. Nobody can get open right now. Towns is double teamed. Towns looking. They're running out of time. You got 3 seconds. Shoot it. Puts it up. Front of the rim. Josh Hart is always Johnny on the spot, man. Gets the rebound. He had the most rebounds by a 2-guard all last year. McBride missed the 3. All right, now we're starting to miss some. We're only up by 7. End of the first quarter, 32-25. Knicks. Oh, I'm not joking. The Duncan Dutchman. Yep. Rick Smits. He was a center for the Pacers back in the when Ron Artest was there and Reggie Miller. Oh gosh. Jermaine O'Neal. No, Jermaine O'Neal came maybe after him. Travis Best. I'm trying to think of the team. Yep. Duncan Dutchman. But now Warriors beat the Celtics yesterday, Johnny, in Boston. Yep. The Detroit Pistons, after the Knicks beat the Pistons, which was their last win, by the way, by 30 points, the Pistons turned around and beat Boston like the next day. So anything can happen, guys. We know this. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yes, Cheapo, welcome in. Welcome in, Val. Welcome into the basement. Subscribe and the like. Antonio and Dale Davis, both guys that don't get a whole lot of credit back in the 90s when everybody was banging around. Antonio Davis and Dale Davis were bangers, like the Knicks had Anthony Mason and Charles Oakley, one of my favorite Knicks, Charles Oakley. These guys were bangers, man. And then I know way back, Rick Mahorn and Bill Lambier. Those guys, they had a lot of bangers back then. And the Pacers were a tough team. They were a tough team. Very good, Val. Good name drops right there. Good name drops. Wow. That was the 90s. Wow. The Knicks made the playoffs every year in the 90s. Lost the finals in 94 and 99. 99 was a surprise they even made the finals. That was right there, the Sprewell years. Allen Houston, Charlie Ward, those years. FIFA, back again. What's going on, man? Good to see you back in the basement. That's awesome, man. We're sitting here watching the Knicks trying to pray for a New York win. It's been a rough week, FIFA. Rough week. Just to review quickly before the second quarter starts, hockey and basketball don't make me upset. All my sports make me upset. Except I'm numb to my New York Jets. I'm numb to them. When I do them on Sunday, you shouldn't miss it. I mock the crap out of them. But my week has been the Knicks lost, the Rangers lost. Knicks lost again, Arsenal lost, and hopefully tonight we can pull out a win. I haven't had a win since the New York Red Bulls won last Saturday, which was a big win. But all the other teams have lost. All right, start of the second quarter now. 32-25. I'm a diehard fan of FIFA and a lot of sports, man. A lot. But I get numb. Like the Jets, I'm 43 years into that dumpster fire, so I just make fun of them now. He stepped out of bounds? Towns stepped out of bounds. I was thinking of that, Paul. I remember Drunken Donuts. That's so true, Paul. Oh, it's true. Rick Smits was a good center, man. He was a really good center. Oh, wow. That was a mismatch. Bobby Portis and Josh Hart. He's going to shoot right over him. He did, but he missed. Come on, Knicks. Come on. You got to get the rebound, man. Come on. Let's go. Damian Lillard driving the lane. Blocked by Towns. Huge block. That wasn't a foul. Oh, there you go, Manav. Yep. Manav's our cricket ambassador. He's an OG. He's been with the channel a long time. Val, Jets are going to go on a winning streak. We're going to surprise people. I wish I could believe you, Val. I bought in at the beginning of this season. I let my guard down. 43 years into this dumpster fire, I started being a fan in 1981. The year we went to the playoffs and lost to Joe Ferguson and the Buffalo Bills. But I was a huge Joe Klecko, Abdul Salam, Gastineau Lions. Huge fan of that team. I bought in, man. I let my guard down. Bought in before the season started. Talked a lot of smack. I have friends, family that are Boston fans, Boston everything fans. We're one game better than the Patriots, man. I've been eating my words thanks to this clown show that I've been watching this season. Watching a total clown show. And where is the Jets' run defense? Everybody and their mother can run all over the Jets. We can't stop anybody with the run defense. Nobody. Anyway, let's not get started on the Jets. You want to see something, Val? Then I do every Jets game. Come on in Sunday. I got my whiteboard out. I do demonstrations on the whiteboard about what the Jets play calling. Man, you just got to be here. Just got to be here. And I love the Jets. I always will. I mean, there's a freaking blanket sitting right there, and I got all their jerseys over there. But they got to change stuff, man. They just got to change stuff. Deuce McBride at the line, 33-27 Knicks. This kid Deuce McBride, man, he's really grown on me. When we lost Emmanuel Quickly, I was like, man, who's going to take over for Quickly off the bench? Boom, McBride. This guy, he's grown on me a lot, man. This kid can ball. Brooks Lopez right up the middle. Oh, he almost missed a layup. Paul, g'day, FIFA and Val. Paul Bell, I have a question for you. Yes, mate. Do you think New York will have a meeting? McBride. Oh, good fake for three. Oh, he missed it. That's not Towns with Kolek with the rebound. Josh Hart back to Kolek. Corner three. He missed it too. The Knicks are missing shots, man. Everybody is missing right now. Everybody's missing. We're only up by 5 right now. 10:29 left in the second. I understand Buffalo struggles against the run. We have a nickel defense, which is known to struggle defending. Yeah, nickel defense definitely struggles against the run. Raleigh, another cellar dweller, and our other Marine in the basement. Marines are full effect in the basement. Mr. Marine and Raleigh. What's going on, Raleigh? OG cellar dweller accounted for. The Knicks have not scored a point in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. Kolek driving the lane, kicks it out to Hart, kicks it back into Towns. Going up top. Nice hook shot over Lopez. 36-29. Karl Anthony Towns has been tremendous for the Knicks so far. We just need him back at the 4 when we get Robinson back to play center at the 5. And that guy just gets hurt too much. I like Mitchell Robinson, but he gets hurt way too much. Bobby Portis on Josh Hart is a total mismatch. Portis just outright missed. Good. Hart coming up. Back to Towns, right in. Bring it home. Bang! Bang! That's right. Bring down the house. Knicks up 38-29. Milwaukee calls a timeout. Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is on point. On point. Beautiful pass by Hart. Catches Towns already driving the lane. Just catches it. Bang. That's it. Let's go. Let's go, Raleigh. Let's go with the Knicks. Let's go, man. We had 2 bad losses, man. 38-29 Knicks. 38-29 Knicks. About 9.5 left in the first half. About 9.5 left in the first half. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So Sunday I'll be doing the Jets at 4:30, 4:25. I think the game starts. Got Arsenal Sunday morning. NASCAR Cup Championship. NASCAR Championship. We already went over this. My man Joey Logano is going to be a 3-time champ. He's going to take it home Sunday. Then we have the Jets, and then we have MLS playoffs. So Sunday's a packed day. Next week, the Bills are playing the Chiefs. I will do that one. I think I will be doing that one, guys. New York's winning. Yeah, it's 38-29. Why am I in the basement? Because that's where my setup is. That's where my setup is. That's where the man cave is, in the basement, man. As low as you can go. The score is flip-flop about 8 times before the third quarter. Yeah, no doubt, Raleigh. We all know it's the second half. Val, thank you for subscribing, Val. Right here is where it's at, man. Right here. It's just a hangout, Val. Just a big hangout in here. We talk about everything. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be in your Buffalo versus the Chiefs. Why are you I have a lot of Bills Mafia and Buffalo supporters in here, FIFA. So I pay back to my subscribers. I have a lot of Bills Mafia, a lot of support from them. So I do pay back and do a game for them here and there, especially if it's a big game. So, FIFA, who are you a fan of? I didn't know that. Who is? Boom! Boom! Gunner, you see what he did there? You see what Angus did there, Gunner? Nickelback defense. Boom. Welcome to the basement, Chepo. One of our basement bouncers. Welcome you guys in. Giants fan. I'm okay with that. Hey, man, I go for the Giants. I'm a Jets fan, but I go for the Giants. I got one Giants jersey. The greatest Giant, the greatest linebacker of all time right there. Boom, Lawrence Taylor, not Micah Parsons and all the Oh, we got a Lawrence Taylor today. No, you don't. Micah Parsons couldn't lick his shoes. Couldn't put a candle to this man right here. The real LT. Yep. Welcome to the basement, Chepo. Yep, that's it. Hey, I like the Giants. Hey, the only New York forever. The only New York team I don't go for is the Islanders. It's the only one. I don't care one way or the other about the Nets. Kolek, corner 3. Boom, 41-31 Knicks. 8:53 left in the second quarter. Knicks looking good. Looking good so far. We all know it's all about the second half. We all know it. We all know it. Damian Lillard misses. Wow, that's not very – and you give it right back to him. Lillard with the ball still. I'm surprised that the Milwaukee Bucks are 2-6. I know it's early in the season, but they don't even have any injuries. Not the key players. It doesn't look like it. All their starters are there. Deep 3. Missed it. Kolek gets it back. Knicks bringing it back up. We're up by 10 with 8:20 left. Karl Anthony Towns puts it up. Kind of forced that one, man. Missed it. Lillard bringing it back. That was a little sloppy shot there by Cat, which we haven't said very often. Towns Excuse me, not Towns. Anunoby on Lopez. That's kind of a mismatch. Kolek bringing it back up. Dumps it to Towns. Dumps it to Anunoby for three. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. OG Anunoby, man. What a great pickup. I always pulled for RJ Barrett, but I can see the reason why they had to get rid of him. I mean, and wait till Precious Achiuwa comes back. Precious Achiuwa is a good player for us, too. Deuce McBride bringing it up. Kicks it out to OG for three. Oh, he missed that one. I was ready to stand up for that one. Cat missed. Bridges missed the three. We're up by 9 points, 7:10 left in the half. Riley, welcome to the basement. Does my favorite New York forever. Only one New York NFL team. Gunner is a Buffalo fan. They will say that. There's only one New York team. Can you put the scoreboard so we can do what's the score? I don't have the whiteboard up there because I don't feel like changing it every 10 seconds. That's why I don't do it during basketball games. Raleigh, true that, Gunner. I've been to New York, largest city on earth. I just say the Jets and Giants should just call themselves the tri-state area Giants and Jets. It's because they play. You know what's funny is the Jets and the Giants are the only teams that the media attacks for not representing the city that they say they play in or the state, New York. They don't do it to the Arlington Cowboys from Dallas, right? They don't do it to the Arlington Cowboys. They don't do it to the Santa Clara 49ers who play 75 miles south of San Francisco. They're actually closer to San Jose than they are San Francisco. The Maryland Commanders, not Washington, they play in Maryland. Maryland Commanders, there's a lot of teams that don't represent where they actually play. But only the Jets and Giants throughout all the media get all the flack for that. When the Jets give up bad quarterbacks or they become good after they leave the Jets, they act as if only the Jets do this. You never hear about the Browns saying, hey, look at that. They gave up Baker Mayfield. Look at that. Look at them now. You don't hear stuff like that. They just attack our teams with this stuff. We're not the only teams that do this crap. We're not the only ones. Imagine like when the Lions, if the Jets gave up a quarterback like the Lions did and he went to another team and won the Super Bowl the very next year, they act as if we're the only ones that do it. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's true, though. We're only 7 miles, less than 10 miles out of New York City. But the media brings it up from all over the country all the time, as if we're the only team that does that. You know why they do it? Marketing. It's marketing. New Jersey, New York. New York sounds better. It's marketing. Dallas, Arlington. Dallas sounds better. Santa Clara, San Francisco. See what I mean? Oh, what? Boom. Boom. Towns again. 48-37 Knicks. Towns, bang. Boom, boom, boom. 19 points. 7 of 11 from the field. Forget it. Forget it. Lillard with the ball. Dumps it into Brook Lopez. Missed from mid-range jumper. Deuce coming down. Lays it in Lillard's face. 50-37 Knicks. Let's keep this thing going. 5:50 left in the first half. Yes, thank you, Paul. New York, the largest city on the earth. Manhattan is a trip. You know what's funny? A lot of people, Paul, that have never been to New York State think that they just picture Manhattan and the boroughs being like all of New York. It's like this much of New York, like that much. New York State is mainly like country. New York State is a lot of country, a lot of wide open areas. But everybody pictures it's like picturing Florida as being all beaches and palm trees, and it's not. Oh, the whistle blew. Brunson threw up a 3-point shot from beyond half court. Oh, go ahead, Brunson. Lays it in, 52-37 Knicks. Knicks are looking great right now. They are looking great. Timeout Milwaukee, 52-37 New York Knicks with a little over 5 minutes left in the half. FIFA, okay, yeah. Ray Lewis gives Taylor a big run for his money. He's a middle linebacker. Ray Lewis is one of the greatest linebackers of all time. Mike Singletary, another one. I still say the 85 Bears are the greatest defense of all time. And why do I say that? The 85 Bears shut out the Giants. The Lawrence Taylor, Phil Simms Giants. Joe Morris was the running back for the Giants then. Shut him out. Then went on to shut out the Eric Dickerson Los Angeles Rams. Shut them out in the playoffs. Didn't give up a touchdown till garbage time in the Super Bowl against the Tony Eason, Steve Grogan-led New England Patriots with Tony Collins and Craig James running backs. Remember Craig James? He was partners with who? As the Pony Express at SMU with Eric Dickerson. So the 85 Bears didn't give up touchdowns in the playoffs. No one has ever done that. Nobody. Nobody's ever done that. Just saying. That's why I give the 85 Bears the nod for greatest defense of all time, because no one else has done that. Shut out, and not even against bad teams, against great teams. Shut out. Eric Dickerson's one of the greatest running backs of all time. His name hardly ever gets mentioned, but he's in that top 10. He's probably in the 5 to 10 area. He was one of the greatest running backs of all time. Right, and Ray Lewis gives LT more of a run than Micah Parsons does. Those Cowboy fans and even the media tried to. Remember just a few years ago when they were trying to put Khalil Mack in Lawrence Taylor's realm? What did Bill Belichick say then? You're talking about Lawrence Taylor. They're like, well, young Khalil Mack. And they're like, yeah, you're talking about Lawrence Taylor, though. Like, he said he doesn't put anybody in that category. So Ray Lewis, definitely. Ray Lewis was a monster in an era where, like, Ray Lewis could have played in any era. He could have played in that 80s, 90s, whatever. You could have put him in any era. Dick Butkus, another great linebacker. There's so many great ones. Just Lawrence Taylor is just up there. We'll take a light. There's only one New Jersey team, the New Jersey Devils. Really should be the New Jersey Red Bulls also, because they play in Harrison, New Jersey. When you get to New Jersey, you're going to see the world's tallest building. Hey, they're showing Anthony Volpe on the screen right now. Who's he sitting with? I think it's Anthony Volpe and Anthony Rizzo sitting there. LT is the best defense. I agree. But I also have said, Gunner, everybody puts Reggie White, which he should be, on the pedestal as the greatest. It's like Bruce Smith never gets mentioned. He's the all-time sacks leader. Bruce Smith never gets mentioned. Bruce Smith was a beast. I say he's arguable with Reggie White. Bruce Smith never gets mentioned. Why? Well, he didn't get a ring. Go right back to the ring thing again. It's crazy. Bruce Smith never gets mentioned. That guy is one of the greatest, if not, you could argue the greatest defensive end of all time. 52-37 Knicks. Brook Lopez at the line. 5:06 left in the first half. Bruin says exactly, Gunner. Val, the refrigerator. You know what I can't stand about that, Val? And I see your emoji, so you know that that's funny. Is that he got the touchdown run and not Walter Payton. He got the touchdown run and not Walter Payton. That was shameful of Mike Ditka to do that. We thought we were going to score again. It's not that you think, or you're scoring so much that you thought Payton would get a chance. No, you don't wait for Walter Payton to get a chance. You wait for a gimmick like the refrigerator to get a chance. Not Walter Payton. Walter Payton, blood, sweat, and tears on some horrendous Bears teams throughout the years. Toward the end of his career, Prince misses the three. Brunson holds it. He stays in bounds to McBride. Josh Hart bringing it up. That was so disrespectful to Walter Payton I on many levels. And that was like Ditka's I know he apologized, whatever else for it, but McBride with a fadeaway jumper, boom, 54-36, 4:20 left in the first half. Oh, Anunoby with a great steal. And he was fouled. Anunoby stole the pass in from Milwaukee, gets fouled going to the line. So he said, well, I just thought we'd get it. You don't give a gimmick like the refrigerator the ball at the goal line. You give it to Walter Payton. Blood, sweat, and tears over the years for that team. And you don't give it to him? That was really ridiculous, man. That was really shameful. That's what I think of when I think of the fridge. I think of that. LPK back in the basement. What's going on? I'm watching the NBA, but how do you feel about the Red Wings versus Leafs game? Just trying to hear your thoughts. I know that Bruin hates the Leafs. I like the Red Wings because I'm not a big Toronto Maple Leafs fan either. I like the Red Wings, man. I really think the Red Wings are a team, and especially with Pablo Dasuk going into, like, that's a first ballot Hall of Famer, man. What a tremendous Red Wing to add to so many great Red Wing players over the years. So many greats, and they had, and even in the late 90s when you had teams like the Dallas Stars, the Colorado Avalanche, McBride for three. Oh, he missed it. 55-38, 3:45 left in the first half. Sergei Fedorov, Steve Yzerman, man, you had a team. Absolute team, that Red Wings, man. Even when they got Hasek, you had Mike Vernon before that, Chris Osgood before that. There's so many great Red Wing players. It's like the Los Angeles Lakers. They just got decades and decades. And you could hardly pick a decade where they didn't have great players. So I think it's a lot of history there with the Red Wings playing the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have a lot of cups. They haven't won in a long time. The Maple Leafs, just a couple years ago, when they beat the Lightning in the first round of the playoffs, that was their first playoff series win since 2004. So they've really been shameful to their history of their organization. But those are two very history-rich teams. But I would go for the Red Wings in that one. So I hope I gave you what you were looking for there, LPK. And thanks again for coming back into the stream, man. We really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Giannis at the line right now. Hold on. 55-38 Knicks, 3:33. Giannis is not a good free throw shooter. And he missed. Beautiful. Towns with the rebound. Josh Hart bringing it up. The Knicks are steady right now. We're steady. We're looking good right now. Looking good. Bruin, by the way, LPK, Bruin is watching the game right now, LPK. So you got somebody to talk to with actual in-game action right now. Bruin's watching it. Bruin's a huge hockey fan. I mean, we all are, but Bruin really watches a lot of hockey. The Knicks are on 11-1 run right now. 3 minutes left. Damian Lillard. Jackson, Green for three, and he hit it. Dude, I'm a sports fanatic, FIFA. Huge sports fanatic. I hang out with my family on my off time, man. My family's my life. I was an over-the-road truck driver for a long time. I drove everywhere across the country. I did oil tankers in Texas. We've lived around quite a few areas. So I was away from my family a lot during that time until my kids got older to where I could sell the trucks and live at home with my family here now where we're enjoying life, man. So we do a lot of good things with each other. Into sports. I like doing some creative writing. I write, by the way, yeah, I do. I write a lot of little short stories myself, but enjoying life, man. I get a real high from watching sports, man, and getting into it and getting involved with people. I do this for fun, FIFA. When I'm down here, I do. Oh, Brunson, how'd you miss that? I do this for fun. I used to be a huge drinker. I don't drink anymore. So there's a little background. People are like, oh, I shouldn't. I don't care. I tell people that all the time, man. It wasn't for my wife, I'd be dead a long time ago. I'm not kidding you. I was a huge drinker. So no, I don't take it as serious as some other YouTubers do. Like, don't talk to the chat and have the mic in front of your face. And when it's over, you edit out all mistakes you made. Man, we're in the basement. It's as low as you can go. I leave everything out there. If I make a mistake, I leave it. It happens. I do this for fun. Sports is fun to me, man. And meeting everybody. We have a great thing in here. All the FIFA and Val, you're new in here. And these guys that you hear me calling OG, or these guys been with me a long time. It's just a big hangout in here. We talk about everything. Mike, welcome into the basement. Mike, sup, Johnny, Bucks fan here. Oh, man, I know, Mike, but it's just the beginning of the season. I can't believe I can't believe it. I thought you guys had injuries, Mike, to be honest with you. Like, the Sixers are like 1-6 or they're 1-7, whatever they are. But Embiid's out, Paul George is out, Paul George is like always out, so is Embiid. But now Maxey is hurt. Tyrese Maxey's a superstar. He's hurt. So they kind of have a reason to be this bad. But I can't believe the Bucks, when they got Lillard, Mike, I was like, watch out. The Bucks are going to take everybody by storm. I don't know what's going on, man. I have no answers for that. Very surprising, but it's early, man. It's early. It's early, Mike. Yeah, it was a fun time last LPK. Well, that's what it is. We try to have fun in here. It's certainly not fun when I watch my team get their doors blown off and Igor gets benched. That's a rarity. It's a rarity to see Igor get benched. He's still the greatest goalie in the game. But everybody has a bad day. That was a bad day, LPK, and it's been a bad week for me. So I'm hoping my Knicks can win tonight because it could break the streak. My New York Red Bulls won in the playoffs. McBride calling a three. Boom, 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 boom. 66-47 Knicks. 42 seconds left in the first half. But that's what we do in here, LPK. Everything you see, it's what we do. I'm going to bring out some polls in the second half. We just have polls for fun. We call each other out just like people do when they're hanging out. You make a dumb mistake in here, we call you out for it. I've made some. These guys were talking about the Angels a few times, and I kept saying, why do everybody's calling the Angels angles? I kept calling them angles. So that's what it's all about in here. Mike read that. LPK, hell yeah, at Bruin. What'd Bruin say? Larkin, yeah, see, there you go, LPK. Bruin's watching. Giannis, beautiful rebound by Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges, mid-court shot. Halftime, Knicks up by 19 at the half. FIFA, who do you think is your greatest fan? Oh, I don't have fans. We're all fans in here, FIFA. I don't look at it like that at all. FIFA, I don't look at that like that at all. I'm a fan watching sports. You guys are fans watching sports. I'm on here for fun, man. This is for fun. I don't look at anybody as fans of mine, man. We're all fans, FIFA. We're all fans. So I never look at it like that. I really don't. I really don't. I appreciate anybody being in here at all, FIFA, because I'm just in here talking crap. And we do trivia, we do music stuff, we do a whole bunch of stuff in here, man. When you guys are in here on a regular basis, you'll see what I mean. But I don't look at anything like that. That's why I don't have membership. That's why a lot of things that other YouTubers do, I don't do. Because I'm too humble a guy, man. I used to be, I'll put it this way, FIFA. I used to be at bars watching games and drinking and talking the same way I do now with a bunch of other guys, which is you guys. And we all just kick it in there. Everybody's just talking and rambling about anything, life. We don't do politics. We don't do religion. We don't do cursing. There's nothing controversial. I don't do anything controversial in here. I don't want that kind of atmosphere in here. I just don't. That's why we don't do any of it. Doesn't mean I don't believe what I believe. I have my own beliefs and stuff. Other people have theirs. But in here, it's about sports and general BS. That's what the basement here is all about. Sports and general BS. And that's it. Mr. Marine, Paul Marine anniversary is this Sunday. 1775, people don't respect core. I guess it's circle of life, just saying. Yeah. Hey, man. Mr. Marine, by the way, for the new guys, this guy, Mr. Marine, has been through it. Seen a lot of those wars out there, man. A lot of them. Mr. Marine has been around. Yep, Mike. Everybody saying what's up to Mike. Val, nice, bro. Current rig driver here, DHL, e-commerce. Nice, Val. Nice, man. Be safe on the roads, brother. I ran from Dodge City, Kansas, from the meat plants, National Beef, right into the ports in Wilmington, California, up to Oakland, right over I-80, over the Sierra Nevada, Donner Pass, right through Nevada, Wyoming, usually going to North Platte, Nebraska sometimes, or drop down into Denver, and then cut right back down to Dodge City and repeat. And I did oil tankers in southern Texas for a while. That great paying job, bad paying job. And you can get stuck on the sites for 40, 50 hours. If they shut the silos down and your tank is full, You're not allowed to leave once you sign in. So you better have, I'll put it this way, I don't want to see canned tuna fish ever again in life. Very nice, Val. Stay out there, man. You OTR or you local? What do you that's cool, man. Local driver, OTR. And leaving those meat plants, by the way, Val, and you'll know, 80,000 pounds, you're leaving out of those meat plants 79, like 980. So you can't even run your tanks full. Can't even run your tanks full because of the weigh stations. I ran on half a tank or less a lot of the times. They would pack that thing. You have to shift the weight on the trailer, shift the tandems, do all that crap, man, just to barely get by. Karl Anthony Towns, first half, 27 points, 10 to 16 from the field. I'm pretty sure he's perfect from beyond the arc. Leafs power play, Gunner. Boo leaves. Yeah, Gunner hates the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bruin hates the Montreal Canadiens. I hate the Islanders with a passion. I never go for the Islanders. Johnny, the Jets are done, Mr. Marine. I'll change that. That's a typo. You were asking me, are the Jets done if they lose Sunday? I'm telling you that's a typo. The Jets are done. See, it should be Johnny, Jets are done. And it doesn't matter if they lose Sunday. They're done. Done. They have burned. I mean, I'll always be loyal to them, but they just kill me, man. They just kill me. They just kill me. I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. And they go on a big streak. I hope Val's right. And they go on this streak. Raleigh's always been supportive of me. Johnny, they're going to win. They lost to the Patriots, man. It's mind-blowing. I think they're done already. But look at the Bengals. I mean, like, who knows? Hey, someone dropped this to me, and I didn't know because I'm not a Jaguar fan. But in 2022, the Jaguars were 2-6, and they made the playoffs. Remember that? Didn't they come back that year? Wasn't that the year the Chargers were up like 21-0 or something at half and then lost? Or 28-0? Was it that year? Was that the year? I think the Chargers were up like 27-0, something like that. You guys know. You know what I'm talking about, but I didn't realize the Jaguars were 2-6 that year. Val, Mets signed Willie and Soto. You think they're signing Soto? Like I said, all the secondary teams to me for the New York, I like the Mets. I have no problem with the Mets. I like to see them win. A lot of Yankee fans like, how can you like the Mets? How can I not? The Mets aren't a rival of ours. We had that little Subway Series in the off. I mean, not the off season, in the summer. And then unless they meet in the World Series, they really don't have anything to do with each other. They really don't. I like the Mets. I think the Mets had more heart this year than the Yankees did. The Mets went down swinging, man. The Mets went down swinging. The Yankees just died out there. It was the Dodgers versus the Sotos and Stantons, and that's what it was. That's what it was. Soto and Stanton showed the most heart on our team. Nobody else. When the Dodgers beat the Mets 9-0 in Game 1, everybody's, they're going to blow the Mets out. They're going to sweep them. What a joke. What did Francisco Lindor do in Game 2? Right off the bat, leadoff home run. We ain't taking your crap. We're here to play. And the Mets took off from there. So that 9-0 win they had, in Game, Frankie Lindor said, you know what? We're going to forget about that. I'm going to lead with a home run. And the Mets took off from there. Yeah, they lost to the Dodgers, but they went down swinging. The Yankees didn't go down swinging. They didn't. My Yankees did not go down swinging. Gunner, FIFA just viewed a basement like a group of guys hanging out at a bar. Bingo. That's what it is. That's why I said I don't have fans. We're all fans. I've always said that in here, and that's the way it is. I do this for fun, guys, and I have a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you guys when I come in here. Manav is our cricket ambassador. He's an OG for a long time. Good evening from California. Bruin and Gunner are basement bouncers. Mr. Marine, you'll always hear me call him the OG of OGs. Mr. Marine has been here with me since I had like 12 subs. I wasn't live, and I had very bad uploaded videos. Mr. Marine was there to still cheer me on. And Mikhailov, Mr. Marine, you did shout him out. If the basement is like a group of guys hanging out, does that make Johnny the bartender? Hey, good one. Good one, Gunner. I guess we can kind of look at it like that. 1 second. Cleveland. Cleveland at the half is beating the Golden State 83-42 at the half. I'm double checking that to make sure I heard that right. I'm double checking that to make sure I heard that right. It is halftime, and Cavs are beating the Warriors 83-42. That is a fact. Wow. Gunner, does that make Johnny the bartender? I'm leaving on that. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. It's still halftime. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. All right, back on. Now, Rocco's still passed out. I had to let myself out, Gunner. I had to let myself out. I had to let myself out. Rocco's chilling right now, if you can see him. Got his Knicks jersey on. He's chilling. See him? Yep. He's doing, you know when he's awake. I got to stop doing that. I knock over everything when I do that. Hold on. Third quarter's about to get underway here. This is where we got to hold on to this game. It's where we got to hold on. Being Johnny Obvious right now. Oh, yeah. Mike Richter. Igor needs to be holding one of those. Jets can't run the course the rest of the season. They really don't have any tough games left. Yeah, but they didn't have tough games. They should have beaten the Patriots. They should have beaten the Broncos. Bo Nix had 60 passing yards against the Jets. They lost 10-9. We didn't even score a touchdown in that game. Like, they should have beaten the Vikings, by the way. Aaron Rodgers gave a ode to the Jets quarterbacks, threw 3 picks and a pick six in the game. The Vikings in that game on their own, and we had pass interferences up the wall. On their own, they scored like 6 points. We gave them opportunities. We kept their drives alive in that game. They should have beaten the Vikings. The Buffalo Bills game could have gone either way. That was the worst game we all saw all season. The Bills fans will tell you that. The refereeing in that game was awful. Flag, 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 flag. And flags on plays like we talk about here a lot, but Aaron Rodgers gets sacked and said he wasn't roughed. And the referee's like, no, that's roughing the passer. And Rodgers was like, I wasn't roughed. Then they're throwing pass interference calls on uncatchable passes. Like passes that are going deep on the sidelines, and the Jets are getting pass interference calls. There was bad calls on the Bills holding when they scored a touchdown. I got to stop moving this freaking computer when I show Rocco. You guys know Rocco. It's crazy. And that's why I said my taste for the NFL has gone down a lot over the years because they've made it the National Entertainment League. Protecting players, depending on who gets hit, whose fantasy league is getting hurt. It's all about the entertainment now. It's all about fantasy leagues, betting, DraftKings, the whole thing. Other sports have that, yes, but it's not like the NFL, who is the godfather of sports. They really are. But they've made it to the point where some of these games aren't even enjoyable to watch. There was a point in time I didn't miss any NFL games. Now I just watched the Jets and a couple of random big games. I would watch the Cardinals versus the Browns years ago. I'm talking years ago. Like, I didn't care who played. I would never miss a game. But back then, yes, there was stoppages and flags, but not like there is now. Can you get like 6 consecutive plays in a row on any game without getting flags? And some of these flags are like holding, like when the running back is over here and the holding is over here, they're calling holding on a player that would have nothing to do with the play. There's holding on every play if you really want to get serious. There's holding on the line on every play. It's a matter of, is the guy that's getting held going to be interrupted from breaking the play up? Well, if the running back is sweeping to the right and the holding's over here on the left, what does it matter? They used to never call that years ago. Now they're calling everything. Start of the third quarter underway. The Knicks are up by 19. We all know the real NBA game is in the second half. Bruin, Red Wings power play. That's probably over already. Mr. Marine read that. Yes, Gunner, Johnny is the barman. That's right. That's a good way of putting it, Gunner. The Bucks start the period off. Look at, I'm talking hockey. Start the third quarter off with a 3. So it's 66-50 Knicks, 11:30. I'm not going to say it. The quarter just got underway. Gunner, that means Johnny running for president in 28. We better be prepared to delete the right. Nice, Mr. Marine. Yeah, FIFA, get used to me, man. I drink a lot of water. I drink Celsius energy drink as well. So when I say I'll be back in 2 minutes, it's because I'm letting myself out. And occasionally I take the basement mascot Rocco out. So once in a while I'll leave for 2 minutes, usually at halftime. Mr. Marine, Gunner, Paul Bell, I don't recall JB on YouTube ever. That must have been his evil twin, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I was never on YouTube before, like you started seeing him, Mr. Marine. My channel I've had for, I think, since 2010 or 2011, but I've never did anything on here until just a couple of years ago. Val, I have faith on my Jets. Rodgers has the main receiver and getting comfortable with him. Defense needs to step it up. We lost 3 games because we didn't have a kicker. We are not done. That kicker, Greg Zuerlein, what's the deal with that? And they held on to him too long. Like, if you have one bad game and the guy is giving you, like Greg the Leg, Legatron, he gave you a lot of great stuff in the past. So you let Towns driving in. Beautiful lay-in. 68-50 Knicks. You have a bad game. You give him the benefit of the doubt. He's been great for us. But then you miss extra points. There's a lot of – he's lost games. We've lost games because of him. Our run defense has to wake the hell up. Our run defense is atrocious. Last week against the Texans, we gave up like 187 total yards of rushing. That's a lot. We've been giving up big yards to running backs that you never even heard of before. And it's sickening how bad it is. I have a hard time having faith in them right now. I'm really pissed off at them, Val. I'm glad you still do. I'll always love my Jets. I've been 43 years in, but I talked a lot of smack, bought into them. And my family and friends that are from New England and truckers, they're laughing at me, man. Wow, we beat you guys. We're tied for last place. What happened to your great big teams? I talked a big game, and I feel like Charlie Brown. Really believe in Lucy that I can actually going to kick the ball this time. We shouldn't be 3-6. 5 losses in a row. Okay, Val, I hope you're right, Val. I hope you get to tell me, man, Johnny C, I told you. I hope you get to tell me I told you so. Trust me, I would love to be told I told you so. I want that. Towns inside. Great dish from Brunson to Towns. But the Knicks are up 70-53, guys. This is looking great. Paul, so Val, good stuff, Val. I'll try to have some faith. I'll try. I'll be here with the Jets 4:25 Sunday. I'll be here. I always say it's my last time I'm streaming. I hate them. I always say all that, but I never leave. Gunner, he does look a lot like Stone Cold. I've been told that for the longest time. And you know who I have right here, right? I've been told that for a long time. A long time. That, and for those, Giannis just banged it on OG. Banged it on Anunoby. For those that are old enough to remember, I was called MC Search a lot from third base. Remember the rap band Third Base from way back? Great, too. They were a great group. Third Base, MC Search, Pete Nice. I've been called MC Search a lot, too. Brunson inside, but the Knicks are up 72-55. Then this is the Knicks team I've been waiting for. And they're dominating right now. Knicks are looking strong. Okay, let's keep it going, Knicks. I've been called Stone Cold and MC Surge for a long time. A long time. The Jets-Bills game was insane with right, Gunner. And for those that don't know, Gunner's a diehard Buffalo everything fan. And he even said that was an awful game. It was flags on both teams that were ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The holding on the touchdown the Bills scored. Bridges, corner 3. Bang, that is his bread and butter. Corner 3, Bridges. Knicks are up 75-57. 8:20 left in the third quarter. That was just an absolute ridiculous game. There was not holding on that play. It was just awful. And that's what's pissing me off about the NFL. It really is. It feels like it's been the last 7 to 8 seasons the NFL truly got bad with its flags. Yep. The Legion of Boom wasn't flagged. It's funny, the Legion of Boom, like for those that buy in, hold on, OG, corner 3. I missed that. Good rebound by Mikal Bridges. Kicks it out to Towns, comes inside, gets fouled, missed the bucket, but got fouled. When I have guys tell me that Richard Sherman was a better cornerback, and he'll tell you himself, than Darrelle Revis, anybody that believes that, you got to be kidding me. Darrelle Revis covered man coverage on the best receiver on every team. Richard Sherman played in his own defense. It's not even comparable. Richard Sherman is not in Darrelle Revis' league. That is a joke. That's a joke, and it's an insult. Darrelle Revis is one of the best cover corners of all time. He shut down every great receiver that he played against. When Tom Brady and Peyton Manning admittingly don't throw to your side, that says it all right there. They admitted they didn't want to throw to Revis' side. It's about 2 of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Richard Sherman will tell you, and people that believe it, no, Richard Sherman's not even in Darrelle Revis' league. He didn't cover the best guys all the time. He got beaten in man coverage a lot. He played in his own defense. Darrelle Revis covered the number 1 receiver and shadowed him the whole game. And Revis called out Sherman on that a couple of times. Like, dude, you don't even man up on the number 1 every game, every play, every game. You don't do it. It's funny, the Legion of Boom, I just don't – when I think of great defenses of all time, they're a lot lower on the list. It's Bears, that Ravens defense, the Buccaneers defense, the Giants defense with Taylor, Carson, Reasons, Banks, George Martin on the line, Leonard Marshall. I'll take any of those the Seahawks. Gunner, I feel like it's been. I read that. Angus. Angus, where'd you go? I scrolled and I lost you. Oh, there you go. If the flags were left on the field and replaced with new ones, the surface would resemble a cornfield. Good one. Good one. Good one. Mike, Green has become our best shooter. Green is a good shooter, man. He's a good shooter, Mike. And again, like I said, I don't understand what's going on. I can't believe it myself that the Bucks are starting out this poorly with no injuries. Not that I know of, but all your star players are out there. I don't know. And trust me, the Knicks have made a lot of moves, and they up until right now, they haven't looked that great. I mean, they blew out the Pistons, so what? We lost to the Rockets in a winnable game. We lost to the Hawks, our last game, in a winnable game. And right now we're winning, but this is the NBA. So we're up by a lot, but leads change very fast in here, and we all know it. They challenged. Hold on. No, the Knicks, that was a foul. The Knicks are getting Towns is getting the 2 shots. He's getting the 2 shots. Angus, wash hands, right. Manav, NFL means flag happy league. No doubt, Manav. You nailed it. You nailed it, Manav. Flag happy. The no fun league. Mr. Marine, Johnny, you read my message after that. It started to buffer a few circles and listening in already. Am I buffering or am I good? Yeah, I look all right, right? You guys hitting that like button, right? The Jets are like the dollar bill attached to a fishing pole prank, right? I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. You almost had it. They don't even almost have it. Wow, the Bucks look horrible. They need a point guard. And they got Dame Lillard. When they got Dame Lillard last year, it was like, man, watch out for the Bucks. I don't know what happened. Mike, I don't know. I don't have any answers for you. I don't dislike the Bucks. Trust me, I was hoping they were going to overtake the Celtics last year. When they got Lillard, I was like, finally, got somebody to challenge the Celtics. I don't know, man. I don't know. They really look bad. I can't believe it. I thought the Bucks won yesterday. I'm like, oh, great. They're going to come in on a roll. I mean, I know it's one game, but like watch them start warming up and beat the snot out of my Knicks. I mean, the Knicks are up 76-59. There's still a lot of game left, guys. We've all seen these kind of games. I'm happy about this lead. Keep this lead going into the fourth quarter. Mikal Bridges, fadeaway jumper. Missed it. Mr. Marine, wasn't third base made song about Vanilla? Yes. Vanilla Ice was it. Absolutely. Yes, third base ripped on him like everybody else. Yes, you nailed that, Mr. Marine. Amen. They sure did. They were far more talented than Vanilla Ice. I mean, he made one song that ripped off that David Bowie Queen song, Under Pressure. That was the name of the song. Remember Vanilla Ice? He tried to play it off like that wasn't the same hook. Dude, you stole the whole hook. Josh Hart, corner 3, bangs it. Boom, 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 boom. 79-61, Knicks. Keeping it rolling. Yeah, Under Pressure. Remember that? And he tried to play that off like they didn't steal, like it was a coincidence. That was a coincidence? I mean, it's laughed at now, but back then it wasn't all the ways you could check things out now. There was no internet. I mean, payphones were still big back then. Gunner, the NFL bans players for betting on a game he's not a part of. Brought to you by Sports Right, brought to you by Sports Kings. Pun intended. Isn't that great? Yep. Pete Rose was banned forever, and look at gambling now. Gambling now is like, hey, wait a minute. We're in the third quarter of the Knicks Bucks. You can still get your bet in, though. You can still get your bet in. Don't worry. I mean, they'll show a split screen to make sure you can still get your bets in. But Pete Rose, the bad guy. Way back, another cellar dweller, another Ozzy in the basement. Way back. As a matter of fact, I think you're the only second Ozzy in here. We got Paul. Paul is the first and only Ozzy up until now, unless I'm missing somebody. What's going on, way back? Everybody's doing great. Everybody's doing great. Way back, thanks for all the things you drop in the cord, man. I appreciate it. I will be checking a few of those out. Lillard underneath the Giannis, who brings it home, bangs it home. 79-63 Knicks. We're up by 16. Just finished the mowing the lawn again, way back. You can enjoy that. I don't have to mow the lawn again till March. I just finished my 6 months of doing that. Although I did blow the leaves around today. That huge pile of leaves back there. So strapped on the blower, man, and that's what I did for a big part of the not even a big part. It didn't take that long. A lot better than raking it. I have a maid whose last name is Bell. We call him Dinger. Okay. Best cornerback, yeah, Deion Sanders. Right. And Deion said it himself. Besides himself, Revis was the best cover corner of all time. Besides Deion. You look at that too. Oh, hold on. Corner three, Bridges. That is his bread and butter. Corner three. He hit over 120 those last year for the Nets. 82-63 Knicks. Now, there's a timeout called, I think, by the Bucks. Darrelle Revis, the 2009 Jets, gave up 8 passing touchdowns. 8 touchdowns in the air from week 1 through the championship game. Only 8. Now, teams that have defenses like that at least make the Super Bowl. Not us. But Darrelle Revis was on that team. He shut down every top receiver. You can look up the stats. He shut down every top receiver that year. And people are like, oh, they all talk about, oh, look at this one. Randy Moss beat him in the end zone. Randy Moss. Who beat him? Who? Randy Moss. What is he? One of the greatest wide receivers of all time. And the pass they're talking about, thrown by Tom Brady, by the way, was in the back of the end zone. So if this, where my hand is, if that's the out of bounds, the only way was he caught it or it was going out of bounds at the back of the end zone. So, like we were saying earlier, when greatness is in front of you, the people, the haters, wait for the one moment, one time, one game where these guys look bad and they jump in. Oh, see, your guy's overrated. Hey, he got smoked. Hey, he got beat. I had a guy send me a thing on Lundqvist, not the guy from yesterday. This is a while ago. He was another hater of Lundqvist. Oh, look, man, he sent me a thing where it was a breakaway, and this particular player at the top of his head. And who was that player? Ovechkin. So I'm like, dude, you just sent me a short on Alexander Ovechkin smoking Lundqvist on a one-on-one. Ovechkin's one of the greatest shooters the game's ever seen. Well, if your goalie's so great, he should be able to start. Yeah, okay. All right. Sure. All right. Sure. Okay. That's fine. I mean, like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Ovechkin smoked a lot of greats in his day. So when people have to reach like that, it's just really funny. Again, when Brady and Peyton Manning say they avoided throwing the Reeves aside as much as they could, that says it all right there. You didn't hear them saying that about Sherman. Good here, JB. That's great. Way back. Good to see you back in here. As always. Where's Bond? I haven't seen Bond. Was Bond here yesterday? I don't think we saw Bond yesterday. Best cornerback. Yep, I read that one. Val, while I'm able to mow the lawn. Yep. I don't mind mowing the lawn, to be honest with you, way back. And I have a decent-sized lawn. I don't mind mowing it. Raking, though, I had to ditch raking. Now I got the nice power. Yeah, Anthony Volpe and Anthony Rizzo are there. I thought that was Rizzo next. Carmelo Anthony's always at the games. Stephon Marbury's there. The king, Henrik Lundqvist, sitting there courtside. Lundqvist is a huge Knicks fan. He's always at the Knicks game courtside. Henrik Lundqvist is at almost every Knicks game. While I'm able, I'll mow the lawn and Dinger years ago. Oh, guys, you guys are typing a lot. Hold on. 1 second. Hold on. 1 second. I missed something. I got to hear it. Hold on. One second, guys. I tried to catch something they said about Brunson. I didn't catch it. All right, whatever. 82-63 Knicks. Just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. O.C. Belly. Angus, Vanilla Ice have not thought of him for years. Oh, man. Remember when he used to want to have dance-offs versus MC Hammer? It's like, dude, come on. It was really bad, really bad. I mean, just really bad. And he would talk about how he's better than other rappers. It's like, dude, come on, just stop. He had a one-hit wonder. He made tons of money off it. OG. I mean, you could sit there and say he's done more than I've ever done. I mean, he had a one-hit wonder and it went huge and had a lot of, but it was a one-hit wonder. And he made a lot of money off it. And then he made a metal song out of it. He made a hard rock song out of Ice Ice Baby. If you'd never heard it, he actually made a hard rock song out of that. He did. If you never heard it, listen to it. It's actually better than the rap version. Mr. Marine, I just got Foreigner records in New York City for $1 on C. Are you kidding me? Did you really? Did you get the Foreigner 4 album? I didn't mind Foreigner, Mr. Marine. They're all right. Why gambling in sports is bad. Sponsored by every casino in the country, right? Right. Sponsored by every casino. That's right. So asinine. It's insane. I hate the sports bet adverts during the footy. Makes me less likely to gamble. I don't gamble. I never got into it. Lou will tell you, though. Oh, Giannis with a slide, 82-67 now. Again, guys, we're leading by a lot. I still am not securing this as a win. I'm not. We all know teams can go on 11, 12-0 runs just like that. I sound like I'm expecting that, right? It's been a while since a New York team has given me a breather for the entire game. It's been a rough week. Besides the New York Red Bulls, since then it's been a disaster. Actually, the Jets won last Thursday. Then the New York Red Bulls beat the defending champions in MLS. Bridges with a 3, and he missed. Oh, no. And then it all went downhill. Knicks lose twice. Rangers lose once. Arsenal lost. So I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Green missed a 3. Knicks get it back. We're just lucky right now that the Bucks aren't really pushing the envelope right now. Brunson with a beautiful lay-in, 84-67 Knicks. 3 minutes basically left. Do you think Bond is still mowing his lawn? That's right, Bruin. You've seen his things in the court, right? His property's huge. But now, what should I eat for dinner tonight? Chicken hot dogs or pizza? Oh, man. Because I can't eat that kind of stuff anymore. Chicken hot dogs I can. Get a meat lover's pizza, Manav. That's what you need to do. I love those roommates podcasts, JB and Hart. That's awesome, man, Val. That's great. Hold on. Karl Anthony Towns, boom, we're up by 19 again. 2:15 left in the game. Sorry, guys. Let me get back to it. Giannis brings it home. When you leave him wide open under the basket, that's generally going to happen. I have a record player that Bluetooth to speakers. Yeah, man. Hey, I always tell you guys, man, you want to see a classic album? Give me a classic album. You know I'm mainly metal and classic rap and all that. I think I've shown you this before. That's the real king right there. Look at that, man. It's still in the wrapping. I am going to take it out, though. Frank Sinatra, man, you don't get any better than that. Frank Sinatra's legend, man. That's New York right there. Frank Sinatra, that's New York right there. Paul, yeah, I know, trying to put a bet and get told what is gambling costing you. You imagine you ordering drinks and getting the same thing? Way back in, Fig Tree, that's horrible for dropping leaves. Everybody laughed at Vanilla. Everybody did. But he made tons of money. So really, in the end, he was laughing at everybody, right? Because he made all that money. But he just made it so do you remember that horrible movie he made? I couldn't even sit through it. It was Cool as Ice. I think he had Naomi Campbell in that movie. Oh, wow. Wow. Gunner, that's the one I was looking for. You'll never see another Revis or Sanders again. The NFL hates defense. Right. Defense is gone. Forget about the helmet-to-helmet stuff. I agree with that. I agree with the CTE stuff. I agree with that. We've been over this. But when there's a legitimate hit on a player, McBride, corner three, boom, 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 boom. 89. Knicks are up by 20. A minute left in the third. Good. So we're going in with a decent lead into the fourth. They do. They hate defense. You're not allowed to play defense. When I was growing up, there's that famous line. Green for three, and he missed. I mean, Brunson with the lay-in. You can murder receivers inside the first 5 yards. Now you can't even touch them until they catch the ball and almost make a football move. I find the football move thing funny because isn't catching the football a football move? Isn't that part of the game? Catching it is a football move, is it not? My taste for the NFL, it used to be my number one favorite sport. Now it's like, it's not anymore. It's not my number one anymore. They've made a lot of rule changes in hockey and basketball and things like that, but they don't enforce them as much as they do in football. Bridges, airball to corner three. That's rare. 25 seconds left, 91-72 Knicks. The Bucks slowing it down. They're just going to let it wind down and take a shot. Mr. Marine, Bond disappear with BOD. He unknown to JB. The BOD. Bond, when Bond comes back, Mr. Marine, we'll bring that up. We'll say maybe he met up with Power 2004 and got BOD'd. I'm sure he'll love to hear that, Mr. Marine. The confidence we have in him that he got BOD'd. Chicken hot dogs. Chicken hot dogs is good. I've actually, now that I can't eat a lot of pork and anything like that anymore because of all my health issues, I'll tell you what, I like the chicken products way better than turkey, man. Chicken meatloaf. Rock makes a lot of great stuff, man. Chicken burry, chicken meatloaf, man, it's really good. I'll always miss pork and stuff, but man, that's good. End of the third quarter, the Knicks are on fire. He has a cameo on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Does he really even have? I didn't know that. Recently? I know they're still playing that too, right? Angus, casinos and sports betting is one of the most manipulative businesses around. No doubt. When you start winning in a casino, they don't want you to walk away with that money because they always say, what? Oh, that's house money. You're playing with house money. You didn't come in with that money. It's house money. No. I just won this money. It's my money. It's not house money. It's my money. But that's the thing. It's house money, man. Just play it. Just play it again. Like if you play like a $20 scratch off, right? And you win $100, man, you should put that back in, man. It's house money. You didn't have that, man. Try to double down. And then you walk away with nothing. Chicken hot dogs. Are they sausages, Manav? I'd go them. Angus, casinos and sports betting is one of the most. I just read that. CDs are in the East Village, especially now that nobody really uses CDs anymore. Showed you guys all my kung fu movies from the past. I play all those in the Xbox. But I pork sausage for pizza with turkey pepperoni way back. You replace pork sausage with turkey pepperoni. Yeah, I don't think Manav eats pork. I think he said that before. Manav, you don't eat pork, right? I think he said that before. Manav, you eat pork. Oh, he does eat pork. Well, then who am I thinking of? Mr. Marine and I don't, but that's for health reasons. Because I'll tell you what, I actually am in the position I'm in for the horrible eating and drinking that I did when I was younger. I don't eat pork. That crap slows me down. Oh, I miss it, Angus. I miss it. Rock is the greatest cook for me. I'm telling you. You see all the stuff on her channel. It's amazing. I get treated very well, but I still miss meat lover pizzas and stuff like that occasionally. Belly. Val, that's why people are thinking the NFL is rigged. Val, you're a Jets fan. Do you remember that Chiefs-Jets game last year? Remember the pass interference out of nowhere that was called after Michael Carter intercepted the ball? They called pass interference on Sauce. Like right when the ball was picked off, they called pass interference on Sauce. There was no pass interference. And remember the 3rd and 22 that Mahomes ran right up the middle, wide open, when Jermaine Johnson's jersey was being pulled all the way to the ground and no ref saw that? Jermaine Johnson's jersey was being pulled all the way to the ground. Nobody saw that. Actually, he was in here the other day, Mr. Marine. Do you remember the guy that came in, Billy something, and said, Johnny's channel is life? And he complimented me. I'd never seen his name before, but he wasn't being mean. He was being complimentary. I'm like, Johnny's channel is life. So, of course, he just created that channel the same day, which means it was him. I bounced him. It was him. I never saw the name before. I'm like, yeah, I checked it. It was him. I bounced him. It was so obvious. Brunson driving the lane, fourth quarter underway, kicks out to Deuce McBride, kicks it back to Bridges. 91-72 Knicks, fourth quarter just got underway. Brunson for three. Missed it. Tony, another cellar dweller, another Ozzy in the basement. Tony's in the basement. Third Ozzy representing. Tony, we were wondering where Bond has been, and Mr. Marine thinks that Bond got the BOD. He got BOD'd. Karl Anthony Towns has 7 straight double-doubles, man. 7 straight double-doubles. Cat is killing it. He's killing it. So the Knicks might have been losing lately, but it's certainly not because of him. It's our defense has been terrible. Dame Lillard just airballed a 3. Wow. Seven double-doubles. For those that don't watch basketball or don't know, shooting, rebounds, assists, you get double digits in any one of those areas, it's called a double-double. Let's say you have 10 points and 10 rebounds. That's a double-double. 10 points, any double that you have in that area. That's why when you hear the term triple-double, you have double digits in all 3 of those. 91-72 Knicks, 10:40 left in the fourth quarter. Tony Highway back. Remember Kikovic? Wait, Gunner. I don't know, Mr. Marine, but he changed his profile pic. Yeah, I caught it the other day when that guy that came in, oh, Johnny's channel is life. Yeah, go whatever. And I'm like, who is this guy? How's my channel life? Like, nobody says that. So, of course, it was him. The account was just created the same day. He's probably watches us now, but, whatever. I don't care. I have an iPod mini my mother gave me years ago. Hey, Tony, I never had, it shows, what did Floyd Mayweather, I think he said, if you don't have haters, you ain't trying. If you don't have haters, you ain't trying. I never had a guy continuously make pages to come in here because I said his team sucked. His team did suck in that game. I was just doing a review of the game. I called it as I saw it. I say my teams suck when they suck. How many times do I rip on the Jets? I mean, come on, man. So that was interesting. But a guy keeps creating channels just to come in and talk crap. It's funny. It's like, wow, I actually feel honored. It must mean I'm doing something right. Can you imagine that? I guess so, because trolls are real. But we've had trolls in here, but not one that consistently made pages because I told him his team was a joke. His team got blown out in those games. Remember, they were resting. Remember? That's what the Jets are doing. They're resting. That was the term. I was trying to think of the term he used. His team got blown out because they were resting for the next week. So that you know what, Gunner? The Rangers lost last night because they were resting. They were tired of being 8-2-1. So, Gunner, they were resting last night. The Rangers were resting. Igor didn't want to make a lot of saves, so he figured, he would rather rest and get pulled from the game because he didn't want to play the whole game, Gunner. So that's what it was. They were resting. They're resting for tomorrow's game against the Red Wings. That's what it was. Glad we figured that out. Angus, I don't consume dairy either. I'm losing weight for health reasons. Oh, okay, Angus. Well, if you got health reasons, then you can join Mr. Marine and myself why we don't eat that stuff. 98-72 Knicks. 10 minutes left in the game. Looking good so far. Val, of course, the golden boy Mahomes gets all the calls. They're the new Patriots, Val. They're the new Patriots. Kelsey Swift. In that game, Val, if you remember, the announcers were talking about how they had a whole setup to talk about Taylor Swift and her songs and all this because they expected the Jets to get blown out. They didn't get blown out, so they said they couldn't do a lot of the program they wanted to do. Jets, we were down 17-0 in the first quarter, then we started coming back. With Zach Wilson, right? Started coming back. But yeah, they get all the calls. And I've just had it. I've had it a lot with the NFL. I mean, it's been growing on me the past few years. The NFL has dropped a lot in my watching. I want to watch the Jets. I'll watch like the Chiefs and the Bills because I just want the Bills to beat the Chiefs. Just wanted to beat them. I want the Bills to beat the Chiefs. I want the Bills or the Ravens. Someone's got to step up into playoffs and beat them. Because nobody in the NFC is going to beat them. Nobody wants to see him three-peat, except for Chiefs fans. Way back, yeah, it's about time for the state of origin. I think the inner rules will come first. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Is that a cricket thing? Paul, and yes, Anthony, I remember at Kickovic. Oh, you guys are all in that. Where's Manav? He should be in this too. Angus, you can't have much dairy when we get 50 years or older because kidney stones. Oh, man, I've never had that, Mr. Marine. You got me beat. And I've known people that have had that. I don't ever want that. I don't ever want that. I've heard horror stories with that stuff. I think I got a good poll here. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I think this might be suitable, and everybody knows. Hold on. Give me a second here, guys. I'm thinking this out as I'm typing it. But we're going to do a poll. Now, of course, on these polls, there's plenty of other options, but I can only put 4 in here. Oh, hold on. Boom. Here's your poll. The most annoying one-hit wonder. Now, of course, there's other songs that could be in here, but I can only fit 4. So let's just go with this. Giannis with the ball, 98-74. Knicks, 8:55, just under 9 minutes left. Giannis driving up on OG, no foul. Deuce McBride with the rebound. Kicks it up the Bridges. Back to Deuce. Back to Anunoby. Boom! Oh, he missed the 3. That looked good from my angle. Anunoby underneath. Bangs it home. Bangs it home. Now, those 4 songs are super annoying, for sure. Oh, and I got another one right behind it. Let me write it down before I forget. Bridges with it. Timeout. Bucks. Mr. Marino, yeah, I got one there. We'll let this run for a little bit because it's the 4th quarter, so we're going to have to jump to the next poll soon. So get your votes in. Get your votes in. Hold on. Angus, you can't have. Okay, I left off there. Tony, did you get the address? Tony, high poll, state of origin, stop when Tony Hall did his knee. Val, watch Purdue upset Ohio State tomorrow. Bet on it. Just kidding. Val, believe it or not, I'm not a college football fan at all. I don't watch any college football, maybe a bowl game, but I'm not a college football fan, Val. Tackled by a teammate and Andy Collins. Okay. Sorry, guys. If I way back in Tony, if I skip over your stuff, it's just because I don't know what you're talking about. Taylor Swift is the Chiefs' main cheerleader without being a cheerleader. Right. Every move they make, they got to cut up to Taylor Swift. I get it. They're promoting, but it's just getting ridiculous. I'm just over it, man. I'm just over it. As the Bills fans and I always bring up, Mike White getting folded like a lawn chair with Matt Milano and breaking ribs And I say it's legitimate hit, and I'm glad there wasn't any flags. But the only reason there wasn't any flags on that particular play a couple of years ago is that Mike White was a nobody. Had that been Mahomes or Lamar, there's a lot of players that had that been. There would have been police called. There would have been fines, jails, suspensions, debate shows talking about it all week long. But because it was Mike White, nobody had a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it being no flag, but that's the way it should be across the board. Way back when, you could knock out Joe Montana, which Jim Burt did, and Leonard Marshall broke his back basically in playoff games. What happened? Bring the next guy in. See you later, Joe. Imagine hitting Tom Brady like that in his prime? No way. You know when the era started changing? When Peyton Manning came back with his neck problems, he came back to play. That was the slow changing of the guard. Back in the day, that he would have retired. Back in the day, he would have retired. He wouldn't have came back with a neck issue or coming off a neck issue to play. Not as a quarterback. No way. No way back. I don't want to way back. Okay. Angus Taylor. I read that. Way back. Read that. Manav doesn't like Taylor Swift. Lamario does. It was Lamario who was the Bills fan, and who told him to turn in his Bills Mafia card? He said that was the only thing good going for the Chiefs was Taylor Swift. Lamario's. I gave him a big ups for saying that in front of all his Bills Mafia crew in here. He said that. Yep. Hey, I said, man, you stepped up to the plate with that. If everyone complains, 1 second, way back. I'll read that in 1 second. OG for 3. Misses a wide open 3. The Knicks are up 102-74 with 7:40 left in the game. They really should wrap this up. What's the answer then, JB? If everyone complains, surely the NFL will have to listen, or they're untouchable. Way back, they're untouchable. Because the reason is, way back, is they're drawing in the casual fan that doesn't know much of anything about the sport. They're drawing in the casual fan. They want to be the ultimate kings of sports. So by making it an offensive game, which is offensive to true diehard fans from the NFL from way back, they're bringing in the money. They're bringing in the social media. They're bringing in the top level for everything, to where I'm telling you, the Super Bowl is going to be a pay-per-view event. It already trickled in last year, way back when they made one playoff game. You had to have an app to see it. I think it was Peacock. This year on Christmas Day, which is always all NBA, always an NBA day on Christmas Day. Well, now the NFL has if you have Netflix, you're going to get 3 NFL games, but you have to have Netflix. See what I'm saying? And people will do it. And they'll complain about it, but they'll do it. The fans got to realize we're the ones in control. If you don't like it, then don't get the apps. If no one gets the apps, they're not going to do it. Who's going to keep paying millions of dollars to get this time if you're Peacock or whoever, and no one's subscribing? The fan controls it, but they'll complain about it all the way to buying that app. Well, I got to see my team in the playoffs, or I'm an NFL fan. I got to see the team. The fans are the ones killing it. They're complaining about the NFL, but we're the ones that control it. Just don't get the apps, but they get them. But no, they're untouchable, way back. They're untouchable. And they want the casual fan. They're taking defense completely out of the game. So legitimate hits are called flags. They're subjective. It's up to the ref. They're subjective calls. I don't like Patrick Mahomes getting hit like that. I don't want, whatever. I don't want Josh Allen getting hit like that. So I'm going to throw a flag. Oh, but Mike White? Who's Mike White? I don't know who he is. He can get folded like a lawn chair. But that's the way it should be. That's the way it used to be. Except guys like Joe Montana did get folded like a lawn chair, and there was no flags. There was no fines. Let's move on to the next play. If you can't play, bring the backup in. Knicks ball, 104-77, just under 7 minutes. So that's it, way back. That's it. They're untouchable. Me neither, Manav. Has Bond been in the Discord lately? Yes, he has, Tony. He has. That he has. I have seen him. It's like Victor. Victor was in yesterday. We hadn't seen him in a while, but he's been in the court. So I wasn't worried about Victor. I spoken to him through the court, so he's okay. The Bucks underneath, dumps it back. I'm still calling this like I'm worried the Knicks are going to blow this game, but they're really not. 6:40 left, and they're still up by 20-something. Are they up by 20-something? Yeah, they're up by 25, as a matter of fact. Deuce Mikal Bridges for 3. Manav, congrats way back. Thanks, Anthony. My grandson played basketball last night. He's 11, playing 14 rep side, scored 2 goals. Wow, nice. And played really well. He plays again this afternoon and tomorrow. Congrats way back. Isn't that great watching your grandkids play sports, man? Just fun, man. That's awesome way back. And you are really you're really into your family, man. That's really cool, man. Glad to hear it way back. Most people say they don't know what I'm talking about, JB. We're in the basement, man. We can figure it out. We're a different breed in the basement. We're a different breed. Tony, way back. Must be good to play rep Friday night. I remember them Friday. Bruin, I hope I never get one of them. I'm ending the poll here, guys. I'm going to start another one. Bruin, don't drink milk cheese after 40. You'll be okay. Bruin's got like 20 years before he hits 40, or maybe 18. Manav, good night, Johnny, and the other dwellers. All right, Manav, good night, buddy. Always good seeing you in here, and we'll see you back in here, about 15 minutes? Love you, Manav. Mike, I'm back after a quick lunch. This game is not looking good. Now it's big dunk by Anunoby, 108-79. Mike, I tried to give you a little hope by saying we all know the NBA is a second half kind of game, and scores change very quickly. This one hasn't changed. I'm not even making fun of your team. I don't have any feeling about the Bucks one way or the other. I'm very surprised right now, but they got the team and the talent to turn this right around. Doc Rivers is just I'm sorry, he's just not a great. He's a good regular season coach. I don't know what happens to him in the playoffs. Corner 3. Nope, missed it. The Knicks are starting to put in a lot of their backup players now. A lot of their backup players are coming in. A lot of their bench guys. And I mean deep bench. Deep bench. Where did I leave off? Yeah, Mike. It's all right, Mike. Who do the Bucks play next? By the way, Cleveland Cavaliers Warriors started coming back. For those that didn't hear it, at halftime, Cleveland was beating the Warriors 83-42. 83-42. There's 5:35 left in that game. Cavs are up 123-101. So the Warriors at least tried to make it a little respectable. Anyway, Milwaukee Bucks are playing. Ooh. Oh, Mike, I'm sorry to tell you, they're playing the Celtics on Sunday. Wow, they're playing the Celtics next, Mike. I'm pulling for you in that game, buddy. Pulling for you in that game, man. But wow, you're playing the Celtics next. Val, yep. Did you see the Sam Darnold no call? No call. It was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right. And there was a no call in the game last night, too. I think when the Bengals were going for 2 points, there was a holding or something. I didn't see the game, but I heard about it this morning. Deuce with a layup. 4:25 left in the game. Knicks are up 110-83. Angus, are you watching the playoff game tonight? One second, guys. What happened? Jericho Sims on the steal. All our starters are basically out. We got the whole backups in now. Tyler Kolek, boom, another 3. That kid's going to be good. Yeah, LA against Vancouver. You watching that, Angus? It's on at, 10:30? I won't be able to stay awake for the whole thing, but I'll probably watch part of it. Paul, the AFL back in 77, Granny, was the first to be televised. Before that, we had to tune into the radio. The only sport I really like listening to, and I listened to when I drove the truck, I had no choice but to listen to games on the radio because I usually was driving. I drove nights or late afternoon into the night, so I had to listen to a lot of games. Baseball is the best one to listen to on the radio. It's the best one to listen to. Where are you at? Paul, Mr. Marine will be 57 next month. 45 minutes. Yep. LA's got to win that, man. Vancouver put them 3-0, 3-0. 3-0, 3-zip, 3-0, 3-nada, whatever you want to call it. LAFC was like non-existent last game. Could Vancouver pull the next upset? Yeah, all the backups for the Knicks are in. 2:45 left in the game. The Knicks are up 113-87. What a great win. Paul, I can remember Glenfire, the Hawks play. Paul, are you serious? Mine is 2. Angus, yes, I am. Yep, Angus. And Arsenal has, starting off my Sunday, they have a big game against Chelsea. They got to wake up. Arsenal has to wake up, Angus. I don't know what's going on with them. They can't even score lately. Val, Nets tied with Boston, 30 seconds left. Are they really? Wow. Go Nets. Mike, after we play the Celtics, we got 5 winnable games, so hopefully we'll get our season back on track. Hey, maybe you'll shock the Celtics. I mean, Mike, the Pistons beat the Celtics after getting blown out by the Knicks by 30. The Knicks beat them 30 points, and the next day, or at least the next game, I don't know if it was actually the Knicks the next day, but they turned around and beat the Celtics right after that. The Bucks have the team to do it. They're kind of like the Jets right now. It's like you have all these names on the roster, and you can't win. It's really weird to me. Like watching Lillard put up an air ball 3 wide open, that was very odd. I don't know what's going on with them, but they're not looking good right now, and I don't get it. I don't get it, Mike. I don't have any answers for you, buddy. I am going for you, though, on Sunday. I'm going for you over the Celtics. I'll tell you that. Make sure you subscribe, too, Mike. You can join us anytime, man. I'm on a lot. Angus, television has made broadcasting lazy, right? Radio announcers are much more descriptive. They are. In all the sports. I just like listening to base. Just sometimes I'd rather listen to a baseball game than watch it. I'm not even kidding you. I used to listen to a lot. Remember Michael Kay? Michael Kay used to be a radio announcer for the Yankees, along with John Sterling. Then Charlie Steiner was there for a while. I'm going way back on that one. Tony, way back, Hawthorne are going to have a heap of games on Channel 7 next year. They should. The Hawks are on the way. Bagger Dave, another Aussie in the basement, another cellar dweller accounted for. Dave is in the basement. Yes, I agree, Bob. Baseball. I also love the Jets on the radio. Jets on the radio are good, too. When I drove the trucks, yeah, you drive, Val. You drive, you got to listen to a lot of games, man. You're out there for long lengths of time. This is 130. The Knicks are up 113-91, guys. 113-91. Angus, Arsenal has quickly declined. They are 3rd in my power ranking. Liverpool, Man City. And Man City's had a rough time lately, too, not for nothing. Man City's had a little bit of a rough time, too, Angus. But Arsenal, it's like they can't even score. What happened? They played a great game against Man City with 1 man down. Remember I said that Man City had a power play for the whole second half. I don't know what's going on with them, man. I just don't know. They've looked very bad. Even that Southampton game, if you remember back, they were playing pretty poorly in that game. That was almost a sign of things to come. Southampton jumps up 1-0, and then Arsenal woke up. Like, we can't lose to Southampton, man. We can't lose to them. Then they woke up. But, man, it's kind of showing sign. I don't know what's going on. Isn't Odegaard coming back? Odegaard, I think, is coming back Sunday. Tony, yes, draw for next season must be out. For real, Angus Bagger. Hey there, Paul, Mr. Marine. Dave, good seeing you in here, man. Good seeing you in here. I have seen you comment on my uploaded videos. Always appreciate it, Dave. Mike, I've been subbed since about 500, but I haven't been in many live streams because of the time difference. I live in Australia. Mike, all right, another Aussie available. Thanks, Mike, and thanks for letting me know that you've actually been part of the channel since I've had 500. Thanks, Mike. Man, you should drop in the live streams more often. Look at all your fellow Aussies in here. Tony and Paul and Wayback and Dave and Bon, who Mr. Marine thinks got BOD'd by Power 2004. I can't wait to tell Bond that when he comes in the next stream, Mr. Marine. I said, Bond, Mr. Marine thought you got the BOD. We haven't seen him. Bond wasn't here yesterday either. We got plenty of Aussies in here, Mike. Plenty. Plenty of them, man. Way back. Marine, hang on. 3 of you guys' birthday is 2nd December. The Knicks basically won 116 to 94. Boom, 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 boom. It's been a rough week for my teams, man. Rough week. New York Red Bulls win. Huge win in the playoffs there. The Jets win. The Jets won first, then the Red Bulls, and then the decline started. Knicks lose twice. Arsenal loses. Rangers get their doors blown off. The Knicks saved us. I was worried about this game, Mike. I was worried about this game because the Bucks won yesterday. I said the Knicks have looked bad against the Hawks. They looked bad against the Rockets. They didn't get blown out. They just couldn't get over the hump. They kept coming within a couple of points here and there and coming within a couple of points. And they couldn't. And then they'd let the other team go on 11-5 runs. And then they'd get, within 3. And then the other team would go on 11-5, that kind of stuff. So I was a little nervous about this game. Huge win for the Knicks. Huge win for the Knicks. We needed that win. Thank you very much, Knicks. The Rangers are playing the Red Wings tomorrow night. I may or may not be on for that one, guys. We'll see. Tomorrow is a 50-50. Tomorrow's a 50-50. But I'll definitely be on Sunday for the Jets at 4:25. Sunday for the New York Jets right here, 4:25. 50-50 tomorrow, guys. 50-50. 50-50 tomorrow. Bond hasn't turned his ride on mower yet. Mr. Marine, 3 of you guys, I read that. Yeah, me too, Mike. I can't always tune in. Oh, the poll. I forgot. Let's end the poll. Hold on, guys. I forgot about that. Hold on. The most annoying one-hit wonder of all time comes in at Ice Ice Baby. You know what's funny? I thought, honestly, La Vida Loca and Macarena, I thought might have taken over. I would vote Ice Ice Baby too. And look at that. The Macarena came in with 30%. 30% of the votes. That was a really irritating song. Very irritating. Tomorrow, I got more polls, and we started talking, which happens in here, and I got them written down on my 1980s gumshoe, 1980s detective notepad here. We're all about old school here, man. So I got ready to rock and roll. Tomorrow or Sunday, whatever, but I got polls written down. Tavares, empty netter, 3-1 Leafs. Not so good there, man. 3-1 Leafs. I would go for the Red Wings. How's Patrick Kane doing this season, by the way? Before we get out of here, how is Patrick Kane doing? Is he doing anything for them? Patrick Kane, I did not buy his Ranger jersey for the same reason I didn't buy Juan Soto's for the Yankees this year. I'm not going to buy for a rental player. If they get an extension, I would have bought a Kane Ranger jersey. I would have bought a Juan Soto jersey. If he gets an extension and comes back, I will get a Juan Soto jersey. In the Joe's Meat Market, as Truba Train calls it, jersey they had this year, the away one. Angus, my birthday is also 2nd of December. Boom, 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 boom. What is going on with the 2nd of December? Wow. No, Bond's been in the court, man. He hasn't been in the last couple streams. So we don't know. Mr. Marine thinks he got the BOD. We're going to have to find out when he comes back. I can't wait to tell him that, Mr. Marine. I can't wait to tell him that. It's going to be funny. Nets going to overtime. Go Nets. And Mike, good luck with your Celtics tomorrow. On Sunday. Good luck with your Bucks, man. I don't have an answer why they look so poor. The Bucks look like they're playing a pickup game in the street, like street ball. They look like they didn't have a game plan at all. Like I said, they look like, big roster, big names. It's like the Jets. The Jets are 3-6. All these big names on the team. It's incredible. Tony, Johnny, I dropped in a link in last video called the Barassi line. It explains the New South Wales and Queensland Rugby League and the rest of Australia watches AFL. Yeah, I always wondered because I watch too many sports to begin with. People want me to get into rugby or get into Korean baseball or get into cricket, or I'm watching too much. I got too much on my plate as it is. But I always wondered, the separation of rugby and footy. What is this? Like, there seems to be a huge dividing line between the two sports. Now, personally, I don't watch a lot of rugby to make an honest opinion, but I love what I see in footy, and I can't imagine rugby would be better than that. What I see in footy is absolutely tremendous. I love it. Leafs win, I blame Gunner. Where did Gunner go? What happened to Gunner? Speaking of him, right. Guantanamo Bay material. Boom. Going overtime. Yep, Mike. Kane hasn't been doing much so far. Yeah, I figure I know he just came off of surgery and whatever with the Rangers, and I knew he didn't do much that season, but I wasn't upset when the Rangers didn't re-sign him for the next season. I wasn't totally upset by that because I wasn't sure if he had much left in the tank. I figured if he had a lot left in the tank, the Blackhawks would have kept him to help along Bedard, right? Just saying. Oh, boy. I got a Darryl Strawberry Mets jersey, Val. I got a Darryl Strawberry and a Mike Piazza. That's about as far as I'll go. Because Darryl Strawberry is kind of like a hybrid jersey. And David Cone. They get honored in Yankee Stadium and Shea Stadium or Citi Field. I got a Darryl Strawberry. He was my favorite Met. He was my favorite Met. And I got a Piazza one. Bruin, I wish the Bruins had Stolarz as a backup. He's been a good starter for the Leafs. Yeah, I love our tandem. I always say Igor and Jonathan Quick. It's hard to beat that tandem. Hard to beat that goalie tandem. Not missing much with rugby. You know what, Bruin? You guys should get Marc-Andre Fleury when he decides that he's ready to be a backup. How about Marc-Andre Fleury being your backup? Eventually, he's going to be a backup, right? How about getting him as your backup for a couple of years? That would be tremendous to get a guy like that as your backup. I don't mind the big game. Or Vasilevsky, when Vasilevsky comes around to a point in his career where he has to be the backup. I mean, these are like veterans that eventually you're going to have to play backup. Boy, would you love having a Vasilevsky come in the game for you or start a game for you or have a Fleury start a game here and there for you. Look at Jonathan Quick for the Rangers, man. He starts here and there, and he does freaking great. Johnny froze. Must have been on your end. I didn't freeze here. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap this up. State of New South Wales think they are the big boss and look down at Victoria State. Oh, really? I know that I've had comments over time, Tony. You should watch rugby. Stop with that. Oh, it was called aerial ping pong. Is that correct? Is that what footy's called by big rugby fans? Aerial ping pong? It was something like that. If it wasn't aerial ping pong, I know I'm close. It's got to be something like that, right? They're like, you should get into rugby and get away from the aerial ping pong. That's what I was told. Whatever you want to call it, I love it. I'm Australian, never seen a rugby game. AFL is so much better. I love footy, Mike. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. That's why we go to Melbourne Storm, Tony, to get up NSW noses. I would love that, but I think Fleury is retiring after this season. Yeah, but Bruin, remember, Jonathan Quick didn't play great with the Vegas Knights, right? He didn't play great for them. Everybody thought his career was over, and he was even contemplating retiring. And the Rangers said, why don't you come on over here? And, the Rangers was his favorite team growing up. And Quick said, all right. I bet you Fleury could be talked into playing backup for somebody for a year. Because when you get older and you don't have it as a starter anymore, but you still have a love for the game, I bet you Fleury or Vasilevsky, when his time comes, hey, you only got to play like 20 games a year, 15 to 20 games a year. Oh, I would sign up for that. Fan. I didn't like when he was on Pittsburgh, but I told you guys, goalie is my favorite position in hockey. So I told you that back wall is not Rangers, all Rangers stuff. Brodeur's up there and Patrick Waugh. And I told you guys that, man. I respect great goalies, period. Mike, who do you follow? Wayback would like to know. Oh, Mike, there you go, Dave. Well, Dave probably left already. Dave, you got a fellow Carlton Blues fan in here. Carlton Blues for Dave. All right, Paul, we'll see you guys, man. Should be on Rangers, Red Wings 50-50, 50-50. Definitely Jet Sunday, though. 50-50 tomorrow. Oh, there you go, Dave. That's the spirit, Mike. There you go. Angus, serious ping pong players. Correct. You call it table tennis. That's what I was told by these rugby fans, that I should get into rugby. These are on comments over time of doing a lot of footy, that I'm watching aerial ping pong. That my American self may not know that I'm watching aerial ping pong and I should watch a real sport like rugby. I never heard it called that before, but I remembered it in my head. But what I see from footy and the few things I've seen from rugby looks interesting, but footy looks way better. See you Sunday for Jets game. I'm subscribed. Good night. Val, thank you so much for joining the basement. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. And guys, on that note, LAFC Vancouver, man. Let's see what happens tonight. There's another monster run in the MLS playoffs. Big day tomorrow in MLS playoffs as well. And that's about it for tonight, guys. Thanks to everybody. Thank you all for always subscribing and supporting the basement. And I got plenty of polls for tomorrow or Sunday, whichever one I'm on next. Plenty of polls. Let's do this, guys. Knicks saved the week. They saved the week. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Sunday. Later.